do it online?
Yes, just visit our website at www.alvastatebank.com to see if our Kasasa Rewards program is right for you.
We make banking easy. Whether you're at home, the office, or in your car, our online or mobile banking options help you juggle busy schedules and financial needs.
We plant roots where others have branches.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Season in full swing, Holder Drug wants to remind you we have everything you need for your tailgate on Fridays for Goldbugs and Saturdays for Ranger football. You can also gear up for the games this fall with all new Alva and Northwestern apparel for you or other members of the family. With fall right around the corner, Holder Drug has options for your fall decor for your home. Stop by and see our new selection. As always, free delivery for your medications or located on the downtown square right here in Alva.
Community Bank has been serving Alva, Oklahoma and the surrounding area since 1984. Community Bank was founded by local community members who wanted to ensure the banking needs of the community were being met. It has been our goal customer-focused services and community development. Our customers are friends, neighbors, and never just a number. We believe in investing in our community, and we pride ourselves in being your hometown bank. FDIC.
The following is an exclusive sports presentation of KRDR Classic Hits 105.7 FM, a member of the Blue Sky Media Radio Network.
Well, a good evening to you, Ranger Nation, as we welcome you live inside Percival Fieldhouse on the campus of Northwestern Oklahoma State University for tonight's Great American Conference volleyball matchup featuring the visitors from the Natural State out of Monticello, Arkansas, the Arkansas Monticello Blossom, and your Northwestern Rangers. Rangers coming in, dropped their last two, was on the road, most recently at Oklahoma Baptist, and before that it was at home. Their first home loss of the year to Southwestern, falling in 5 sets, 3-2. Hello, everybody. I'm Dustin Goodos. Welcome here to the broadcast. I'll be joined shortly again by Livy Andell, your Ranger volleyball crew here tonight, as Northwestern set to take on Arkansas Monticello beginning at 6 o'clock. They'll follow it up tomorrow with Southern Arkansas at 4 p.m. We'll take an opening timeout, come back, set the stage. The Dean Gall Real Estate Auction pregame show begins right after this commercial break. This is Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network, 105.7 and 106.1.
And at Cross Country, located in Alva, Oklahoma. Cross Country is the dealer for vehicles in Northwest Oklahoma. Cross Country is locally owned and operated since 1985, offering a full line of award-winning brands including Chevy and GMC. You can expect to be treated like family. So the next time you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, come see us right here in Alva, located at 401 East Oklahoma Boulevard.
Northwestern football is back in full swing, and just like the Rangers, Bank Central is here to help you score a touchdown. We offer multiple services to help you score on your own financial goals. Head to the end zone with Bank Central. Stop by 604 Flynn Street or call 580-327-1122. Our qualified professionals are available in Alva, Cherokee, Enid, and Woodland. Certain fees and restrictions may apply, or other terms and conditions may apply. For FDIC, and as always, Ride Rangers Ride.
With Great Plains Land Company. I wanted to offer you my professional assistance in helping you sell your largest asset, your land. I have all the tools and resources to market and sell your property for the most value possible. So 7005. At Ranger Drive.
The great thing about being a farmer is that your business is growing every day, not without a lot of hard work. That's where Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma comes on loans for ag equipment, ag real estate, or a line of credit. And our decision finance, so you can keep the growing going. You'll find our service and commitment as dependent or stop by a branch today. Here to help you grow. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma.
Welcome back inside Percival Fieldhouse as we open up our Dean Gall Real Estate Auction pregame show. 12 minutes for tonight. Northwestern and Arkansas Monticello set to do battle. Bringing the other half of this broadcast crew, Livy Andell. Liv, great to be back here with you inside Percival Fieldhouse.
Yeah, most definitely a little bit different than our last one where we were downtown getting a nice sunburn at homecoming parade, but I'm excited to get back on some volleyball action tonight for sure.
No doubt. Again, Rangers dropped their first home match of the season last. I had to call that one. I know it was a tough one. Wound up losing at 3-2. The first home loss for the Rangers. They're still 9-7 on the season. Taking a look at the Great American Conference standings. Northwestern sitting at 3-2. They're fifth. The opponent tonight, Arkansas Monticello, sitting at 11th. They're 0-5, searching for their first GAC victory. They're 4-11. Arkansas Monticello comes in losers of their last 8 matches. That's the longest conference. Right now, Harding is on top, and the Bisons, well, they're rolling. They've won 7 straight, 12-5 overall, 5-0 in Great American Conference play. East Central, Southwestern both 4-1. East Central 10-6, Southwestern 8-6. Southern Arkansas, the opponent tomorrow, sitting in 4th, 3-2, 9-4 overall. Northwestern 3-2, 9-7. Arkansas Tech 3-2, 9-8 overall. Wichita Baptist sitting in 7th at 2-3, 11-6 overall. Tigers won 2 in a row, followed by their rival Henderson State in 8th, 2-3, 10-7 overall. They've won their last 2. Oklahoma Baptist sitting at 2-3, 9-9 overall. Southeastern in 10th at 2-3, 5-9. And rounding out the bottom, the 2 teams. One of them playing here tonight, searching for their first conference victory. Both 0-5, Arkansas Monticello and Southern Nazarene. Southern Nazarene is 3-13. They have lost 6 straight. And I'm going to tell you, it's been a long time, and maybe not ever, that I've seen Southern Nazarene at the bottom of the conference.
Yeah, most definitely, Dustin. Looking at that, I'm a little shocked to see that. You know, usually we see Monticello kind of towards the bottom as usual, but like you mentioned, seeing Southern Naz down there at the bottom, it seems a little out of their usual place. So, but I'm sure they'll probably get rolling. Hopefully, at some point for them, you know, losing back to back to back to back over and over and over again is not fun, especially in conference play. But there's still quite a bit of volleyball left to play, obviously. So, you know, they may be able to squeeze in an 8th seed for tournament.
Again, Arkansas Monticello and I almost said Southern Nazarene. Arkansas Monticello and Northwestern again set to do battle tonight. Do want to make mention of this. The Rowdy Rangers are here tonight outside of Percival Fieldhouse. Free hot dogs. So everybody that comes out, make sure you come out here tonight. Help support Ranger volleyball, but also support the Rowdy Rangers by going out and grabbing a free hot dog.
Yeah, most definitely. I didn't know they were doing that until I walked out of the wellness center and came out today. And I was like, is somebody tailgating?
Yeah, right. Never seen a tailgate for a
yeah,
volleyball
I was
match,
like, I mean, okay. I get that we're pretty good. So yeah, but yeah, no, that's awesome that they're very supportive, obviously, of all Northwestern athletics. And I mean, who doesn't love a Ranger hot dog?
That's true. Good point. Getting under 9 minutes to go till we kick this one off tonight. We'll take another timeout. Come back, have more of your Dean Dole Real Estate Auction pregame show next. It's Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Do you need assistance taking care of yourself or right? Offer safe, high quality, affordable nursing care while meeting all shifts. Call us at 580-327-1274 to learn more about our admissions process to place your loved one. To choose a nursing home facility, we'll hope you'll consider Beatles Nursing Home.
Have a heart of compassion for people who find themselves in tough situations? Hope Pregnancy Center of Northwest Oklahoma is now open in Alva and is currently hiring an assistant. We'd love to have you join our team. Please call Charity Lyon at 580-327-9091 for more information, or visit obhc.org/employment for a job description and employment application.
2004, customers in Alpha, Oklahoma trust K&S Tire for all their automotive needs. With over 40 years of experience in the business, we offer top quality replacement tires and outstanding vehicle service repair. From the routine maintenance to complex repairs, our skilled technicians have covered you. Drive with confidence and let us keep your vehicle running smoothly. KNSTire.com or come by at 2590 College Boulevard here in Alva, Oklahoma. K&S Tire, where experience meets excellence. And medication from getting into the wrong hands. It is crucial to store it out of sight and out of the reach of children and visitors. In addition, it is important to dispose of unwanted, expired, and unused medications in a safe manner. For more information, visit okimready.org. That's okimready.org. 88 Oklahoma's Mental Health Lifeline. This program is funded by Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Prevention Services, Substance Abuse Mental Health Services. The Tacoma Farmers Co-op is a proud supporter of Ranger and Goldbug activities since
wide range wear, fencing, tires, speed and seed, plus fertilizer. Back to you. To learn about the Tacoma Co-op Advantage, stop by one of 5 locations in Moreland, Freedom, Winoka, Jet, and Tacoma, or visit them at tacomacoop.com and get a better service at a better place.
Welcome back inside Personal Fieldhouse. Again, getting you set for Northwestern volleyball here tonight on a Thursday night in Alva. Busy week for Ranger sports. And I know volleyball again here tomorrow. Ranger soccer will be in action this weekend. Ranger football making the trip to Searcy, Arkansas to take on not only the #1 team in the nation, but the defending national champions. Not every day you get to play that team.
Yeah, and, we were looking at their team stats today. They are just, holy moly, they're just running over people, aren't they?
It's not fair.
And also, looking at the fact that they're literally not even playing their ones, like most of the games. Like their 2s and 3s have more stats than their 1s because they're keeping everybody fresh for playoffs, which is what a luxury to have.
Yeah, it is. It is a very nice luxury to be able to do that because there's no question Harding's going to obviously cruise and win the GAC and probably get to host the first 2 or 3 games at home during the playoffs. So, but yeah, we'll be headed there this weekend. Matt Ader and I at 1:15 pregame show, 2 o'clock kickoff from First Security Stadium there at Harding. Talking about the matchup tonight, though, again, we told you the records. Again, Northwestern 9-7, 3-2. Arkansas Monticello 4-11, 0-5. Arkansas Monticello is led by first-year head coach Arlesia Ortiz. She's the 7th head coach in the program's history. Again, kind of a little backstory on her. Most recently, 2021 was at Fayetteville State as a volunteer assistant, and then became the assistant volleyball coach and retention counselor, and then was at We Coach Women's Coaches Academy. Well, that's a mouthful. And then Regional Evolution Club coaching, and then most recently got the job. In fact, she just got it over the summer. Coming into her first year here at UAM. On the other side for the Rangers, they're led by third-year head coach John Ben Gesser for Northwestern, and he's had success so far in his first 2 years. He's been able to knock off Arkansas Monticello. In fact, he swept them both matchups, and I think that's a trend he'd like to see continue here tonight.
Yeah, especially coming off of 2 losses, Dustin, and the way that we lost the SWASU game last week, obviously being up 2-0 and then pretty much getting a reverse sweep happen against us, and then, going on the road and playing OBU and getting swept down there, not the best, obviously. So, obviously we're hoping to see a sweep for Northwestern, kind of get ourselves back on our feet and get us in the win column again.
Well, that's the nice part about this week, getting to host here at home tonight and tomorrow, kind of gets you back, hopefully, to those winning ways.
Yeah, most definitely. Obviously, tonight might be a little bit of an easier matchup than tomorrow. Southern Art being number 4 in the GAC right now, but I think it'll be a pretty close match tomorrow, but we shall see.
Well, it's time for our player spotlight, brought to you by Peak Environment here tonight. And Liv, for Northwestern, who is in your player spotlight tonight?
I think tonight, my player spotlight to Mariela Jimenez, middle. She's got 101 kills on the season. Obviously, very helpful defensively as well in the blocking. She has currently 12 solo blocks, which is huge. So I think for her tonight, we may not see a ton of her depending upon how well these sets go for Northwestern, but I think her blocking will be handy this evening.
I'm going with the middle blocker as well for Arkansas Monticello, going with the senior Aubriella Jordan, the 6-foot senior again out of Cedar Hill, Texas. She's actually a transfer from Kentucky State University.
Oh, wow.
So again, that tonight is our player spotlight, brought to you by Peak Environment. One last note before we go to our commercial break to get you set for the opening serve. When you look at the series history, Northwestern does lead it 8-3. In fact, Northwestern has won 6 straight. The last time Arkansas Monticello beat Northwestern, well, you have to go back a ways. I wasn't even here at Northwestern at the time. Back on October 8th of 2016, Arkansas Monticello swept Northwestern 3-0. In fact, you look at it, their first ever win came inside this building September 28th of 2012. Arkansas Monticello has not won here since.
Well, odds are not looking in their favor then, Dustin.
But
there is a chance. There's always a chance.
That's right, as we saw last weekend when Vanderbilt beat Alabama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arkansas Monticello again 2-3 at home against the Rangers, 1-5 against 3-8 overall, 2-8 in the last 10. But that'll put a close to the Dean Gall Real Estate and Auction pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the national anthems, the starting lineups, and the opening serve coming up next. This is Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Make plans to attend Saturday, November 16th on the Alva campus. Just for attending, a high school senior will receive a scholarship. Ranger Preview is a day designed for high school seniors to take tours, meet with faculty and other students, and get any questions answered. For questions, call 580-327-8546. That's Ranger Preview on Saturday, November 16th at Northwestern. Ride Rangers Ride.
818 Diner has consistently provided the city of Alva with quality comfort food and great service since opening in 2019. Join us for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Some of our popular menu items to choose from include the BCB burger, the French dip, and our staples such as Terry's Chicken Fried Steak, John's Hamburger Steak, and Joe's Chicken Tenders. Open Monday and Wednesday through Sunday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and open for dinner Wednesday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So if you want a variety of menu items and friendly service to give you that local diner feeling, visit 818 Diner right here in Alva.
Naloxone is a medication designed to rapidly reverse opioid overdose. A person who is experiencing an overdose can't administer naloxone to themselves. Anyone can carry naloxone, give it to someone experiencing an overdose, and potentially save a life. That's why everyone should consider having naloxone. For more information, visit okimready.org. That's okimready.org. This program is funded by Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Use.
The Alva Moose Lodge is a proud supporter of all Northwestern and Alva public school activities and strives to be the heart of the community through fundraisers and community-based events that make a difference in the lives of individuals, kids, and families throughout Northwest Oklahoma. On a national basis, the Moose Fraternity provides at-risk children with a second chance at life and its senior members a comforting retirement at its 5-star senior facility in Florida. If you would like to see how you can help make a difference in the lives of those in need, stop by the Alva Moose Lodge Monday through Saturday from 4 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. at 302 7th Street to learn more. Welcome back inside Personal Fieldhouse as we get you set here for Northwestern and Arkansas Monticello, as we're just moments away from our national anthem here tonight. Again, if you didn't catch it in the early opening, free hot dogs tonight if you make it out to Personal Fieldhouse. Again, that's courtesy of the Rowdy Rangers. As we'll now go to our crowd mic here at the center court, as we'll have the playing of our national anthem. Let's go courtside once more to our public address announcer, Tim Lauderdale, for your starting lineup.
Now for the starting. Feeling strong. My head coach
show, folks. Our starting lineups here tonight. The last segment of our pregame show where we get the opening serve. Our Gear Up segment brought to you by Downtown Threads of Enid, Oklahoma. Rangers again will be in the white tops with the black Rangers across the front, black numbering with the black shorts, black pants. Of course, Brown and Diaz will be in the Ranger red in that libero. For Arkansas Monticello, the visitors tonight, their libero will be in white. The rest of the team being in all black with the green numbering across the front and the back and the AM logo on the top of the numbers on the back of the uniform. That's our Gear Up segment brought to you by Downtown Threads of Enid, Oklahoma. Rangers and the Blossoms sent to do battle here tonight.
I don't think we've seen the white uniforms yet, have we, Dustin?
I think so. Those are sharp, though.
I do like them. They're clean, simple.
I'll tell you one other thing. I don't know that I've done very many matches with Arkansas Monticello because usually with football I'm on the road or something, and they only come here every other year.
Yeah.
So
I literally can't think of any time that I would only do it if you were here, so obviously I'm not going to come out here and do this by myself. We know that. That would be a nightmare. People would turn the YouTube off so fast.
Northwestern will be hitting left to right across your video dial. Arkansas Monticello hitting right to left as we are moments away again from the opening serve here on a beautiful evening in Alva, Oklahoma. At homecoming week a week ago, I think everybody was excited for it, but I think everybody's ready to be past it now with just how busy everyone was.
It's time for Ranger football.
Everybody's outside getting their hot dogs. They haven't made it in yet.
That's true. Everybody's probably outside hanging out with the Rowdy Rangers. Oh, it is beautiful outside, though.
It is. It's really nice. You know what you should do next Tuesday? We have Pickleball Intramural Championships, the tournament. You could come broadcast the final championship match. Hopefully me and my partner Ella will be in it.
I'd have to do that.
We're pretty spicy, not going to lie.
Opening serve is over, and we are underway as the Rangers will set first rep. We're on the attack. That time it was dug out by Weir. Now on the attack over is UAM. Cicio Soriano, Tennessee's lane, and picking up the kill. Nice start for Carme Jones and the Rangers as they strike first, leading 1-0.
Something that I think is going to be really big today, obviously, once again, is that middle block position. Obviously, having two really athletic middle hitters for us is going to be a huge benefit.
Back to serve, Diaz, the libero, over with it. UAM will set up on the near side on the attack with Scroggins, and that's an attack here and a point for the Rangers. An early 2-0 lead.
Point, Rangers.
Now to Diaz to serve it once more. Serve over. Played by the libero that time, Echeverria. And it's deflected of the net. Rangers keep it alive. Here comes Cicio Soriano on the attack. Too much on it. And that'll be an attack here past the back line. Monticello's on the board. If you don't know, Ranger fans out there, Arkansas Monticello a long, long trip.
Is it our farthest or Southern Arc our farthest?
They're both very, very close. I think Magnolia's a little bit further, but that's probably because we make it further when we go to football basketball.
Yeah.
It's always fun to go down and stay in Shreveport every now and then and get those places down at Shreveport. That serve over, play at the net, and it's going to be a point for UAM as coming down on top of that one was Holiday Ellis. Nice play there. Short tied at 2. Back to serve is Valeria Velez. Serve over. EAS. And flipping it over was Hennessy's lane. Nice play there by Echeverria for UAM. And then on the attack, too much on it. That time from Jalen Scroggins. Point for the Rangers.
Heat on that one.
Back to serve for the Rangers, Carson Smith. Rangers lead at 3-2 here in second one. Smith over with it. Velez, they'll set up on the attack right down the line. Picking up the kill is Asia Griffiths. It's a terrific play there. Well, I said Asia Griffiths. I think that was Holiday Ellis. As Ella Jordan will go to serve. Stand still. Right-handed serve, driving it over. block is Jimenez. She'll pick up the kill, and it's 4-3 Rangers.
Jimenez with a kill. Point.
The first 7 points.
Northwestern number 11, AJ Ozdemir.
A.J. Ozdemir will serve it up for Northwestern. Ozdemir over with it. And delivered to Holiday Ellis. And Ellis tips it over. Now Ozdemir with a dig. He'll set up far side on the attack. EAS tips it over right-handed. Coming up with a dig that time was Weir. Now on the attack was Ellis once more. Diaz got the dig. They'll set up far side. EAS just hammers one right at Echeverria. It just popped right back over EAS. One more time right down the left line. And it's in for the kill.
You can't even give her the reception on that. It just came straight off of her chest, Dustin. Hurt a little bit. Takes your breath out of you.
Echeverria again, the 5'7 junior out of Utah. Transfer from Casper Community College. Ozdemir hits it right at Echeverria. Now they'll set up on the attack. That one hit through the deflection that time. The attack was Caribbean Biggs. Coming up with the dig was Weir. And now UAM trying to keep it alive. Over with it is Scroggins. Now Diaz, Tennessee's Mullane. Milani picks up the kill with the left hand. And that's a point for the Rangers.
And those are just really great shots. So once again, we're so grateful to have the height that Hennessy has to be able to get that. Obviously, that was a drawn-up play between her and Brianda. You could tell that Brianda had that in mind, and she knew that Hennessy was going to be able to get a hand on it and just stick it straight back down to the floor.
Deep serve. UAM now on the attack. That one hit through the deflection. Holiday Ellis will pick up the point. Rangers touched it. 6-4 for the Blossoms. Going in now to serve will be Mia Smalls, 5'6 junior out of Burleson, Texas. Out of Burleson High School. Smalls awaiting the word from the official. It's the signal and the whistle. Jumping right-handed serve just clears over. Carson Smith runs up on it. Go far side. EAS on the attack. Too much on it. Past the back line. Point for the Blossoms. Serve it once more. Drives one over. Carson Smith played it. Now tipping it over was Ozdemir. Running up on it was Echeverria. They'll set up far side on the attack. Does UAM. Picking up the point for the Blossoms is going to be Jasmine Welton, the outside hitter. Delayed response that time.
Well, I also think, too, they were calling because Ozdemir came flying out of the back row and almost went underneath the net.
Asensio Soriano was just left to the line on the far side. That's an attack error. Now point for the Blossoms. They have the lead 7-6. Small picking up some points here on the service line. She'll go one more time. Diaz. Now Hennessy's Milani. Now on the attack was Jimenez. Back comes Mia Smalls on the attack. Ozdemir there for the dig. They'll set up far side. EAS on the attack, and that'll be a kill just inside the right line. And a point for the Rangers.
That's a really hard shot to make, Dustin, just based off of the space that you're working with. It's a really smart play by Erica to get that in and just great precision on her part.
Mariela Jimenez back to serve. Still drives one over right down the line. It's a service error and a point for the Blossoms. First one of the night.
See her send those out the back line.
Now she now got 13 on the season, does Jimenez. That is just as many service aces as well. Ellis, Tennessee's Milani. Sets up EAS on the attack. It's blocked right back at Northwestern, and Milani throws it to the back corner. Nice save there by UAM. On the attack come the Blossoms, and that is Alexia Hadu with the attack here. Tennessee's Milani will go serve for Northwestern. Transferred in from Tennessee Tech, and then we have a whistle and a point. And out of rotation is UAM.
Usually that's called on us.
Yeah, it's nice to see it called on someone else besides Northwestern.
Point, Rangers.
Tennessee's Milani will go once more. And the Rangers pick up the point. Jumping right-handed serve. Well done there. Goes right to do on the attack, and it's blocked right back on the near side. Right in front of us, it'll be a point for the Rangers.
Who got the assist?
Rangers.
NA Rangers here in the first set. Tennessee's Lalani drives it over. Echeverria. Now tipping it over was Jasmine Welton. Rangers keep it alive. Diaz will set up. Here's a play at the net. It's tipped out of play, I believe, by UAM, and it was. That'll be a point for the Rangers. Got lucky there a little bit.
Yeah, where that ball was going, especially Brianna just having to pop it up. I mean, it was literally right above the net. They got pretty lucky that Erica was not the last person to touch it.
Mia Smalls will come over and have a word. Official up here on the near side. Ready to get back to play. Tennessee's Lalani will transfer out of Tennessee State. Serve it over. Played well. UAM does keep it alive. Welton on the attack,
wow.
and boy, that's in for the kill. That was impressive. She's kind of fading back and hit
Yeah,
that one over.
yeah, to be able to get underneath that. Usually those calls pop up, and I think that's why Tennessee didn't get her hands on it. She pulled him down last second because I think she thought it was going to go out.
Alicia Echeverria, 5'7", junior, again out of Utah. Arrow for the serve. Something right-handed. First, they'll set up ES far side on the attack, and she'll have the kill just inside that back line.
Point. Rangers.
Well done for Asensio Soriano. Already her fourth kill.
Might be a good game for some stat padding. We'll see. We don't have big lead right now.
Asensio Soriano with the serve over. Holiday Ellis, and then, boy, they set up perfectly. That was Jasmine Welton. She got her second kill, and she drove that one hard down to the floor.
There really wasn't a Ranger around that one, Dustin. I don't think Ozdemir was able to get in the right position, and if not, that was just a really well-placed ball.
Welton's third kill, in fact. Weir back to serve. A sophomore out of Frisco, Texas. And still right-handed serve, right at EAS. Lalani sets up Carme. It's blocked. Diaz keeps it alive. And Hennessy's Lalani, not a good touch there. Couldn't come up with it. That'll be a point for the Blossoms. Back to serve. Weir once more. Diaz runs up on it. They'll set up Macy Schreffler, and she will pick up the kill. And that was a tough play there from Jordan Weir because it got deflected and kind of started to turn right at her. She had to move with it.
The way it spun off of her hand.
13-11 Rangers, and Brianna Diaz drives it over. Play at the net, and trying to flick that one out to the right. That's going to be a point for UAM was Aubriella Jordan. She's going to pick up the point. I think the Rangers touched it. Or did it land in?
I think it may have caught the line, actually. It looked really close.
Maria Velez will go to serve, the freshman out of Flower Mound, Texas. Jumping right-handed serve over with EAF. Tennessee's Lalani sets up Schreffler on the attack. Did she let it go? She did. And Jordan Weir, smart decision there. That's an attack here and a point. 13-all here in the first set. Over with it. EAS right at UAM, who come up with a massive attack. Diaz, though, dug it out. Nice play there. One more time on the attack. And picking up the kill, Aubriella Jordan.
Those ones are just frustrating, Dustin. The girls were there. They had the block. It came right back down. Those are so difficult to be able to take your arms from up above, get them down low, and try and pop it back up.
Velez one more time. Diaz right there with Ozdemir. Schreffler will go far side. Ozdemir has to run after to it, and they set up on Monticello again. Aubriella Jordan, and right now the Rangers are the ones setting her up.
Yeah, just looking a little sloppy, Dustin, getting out of system, not able to really make and get those plays set up like they would. But obviously, Coach McGuester notices this, calls a timeout, so we'll go into 1-2.
We'll take the media with them. That brought to you by Ignite Physical Therapy. Rangers trail here in the first set, 15-13. It's Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Rangers Sports Network.
Leading lawn care services in Northwest Oklahoma with branches in Alva, Enid, and Woodward. When it comes to lawn care, Peak Environment has you covered all year long with Christmas light installation, plus much more. Call Peak Environment today. proud supporter of all Ranger and Gold. A home is what you make it, and G&G Home Furnishings in Alva wants to help you make it great. Right now is our customer appreciation sale. New accessories, new sofa sets, and sectionals from Ashley are available right now. Also, since it's our customer appreciation sale, we want to help you out by offering discounts on mattresses and recliners if you bring in a past receipt. Hurry in today and take advantage of our customer appreciation sale. You can browse online or stop by in person at 2107 College Boulevard right here in Alva.
Now continue action out of the timeout as that's a dig from Tennessee's Leilani. They'll set up EAS, tips it over to the right hand, and a great play by Echeverria to come up on it. Rangers had a free ball to it, but couldn't come up with a point. Diaz now to Schreffler near side on the attack, deflected and lands over on the score in front of the scores table. That'll be a point for the Rangers.
And a lot of back and forth between the two teams there, Dustin. A lot of just scrappy pickups for both teams. So you got to give it to both of them to be able to keep that play going.
Yeah, I was not sure that Echeverria was going to come up and laid out for it. 15-14, Rangers trail as we're going to see Brooke Miller come in to serve. Down the line, UAM will play it near side on the attack, and hitting it through the deflection was Holiday Ellis, who picks up the point. It's 16-14 Blossoms.
Somebody we haven't seen a lot of, actually, Dustin, is Brooke Miller, but you remember she was kind of the go-to girl this year for sure, defensively. So
you're right. I know she played quite a bit against Oklahoma Baptist as well. There goes Demir on the attack, and that'll be a kill. Nice point there. Unable to handle that one was Velez down the line, 16-15.
Well, she's just somebody too that, you know, being a defensive specialist, she's a little bit taller for what you specialist. That's kind of the advantage. She's able to really get a hand or get an arm out, be able to see the court a little bit differently than maybe Carson Smith normally would.
Ozdemir with his and that layout for that one, tipping that one over was Kerrigan Biggs. Hit back by Northwestern. Now here's a play at the net, and picking up the point is going to be Jalen Scroggins as the Rangers hit it a few times, but then it went into the net.
Man, there's been quite a few points you would think.
Yeah, they certainly don't look like a team who's lost 8 straight coming in.
No, not at all.
Mia Small, swing right-handed serve right to Brooke Miller. They set up UAM, but Rangers tip it back over. Echeverria keeps it alive. Now on the attack comes Holiday Ellis. Dig from EAS. They'll set up Jimenez on the attack. Off the right hand of Velez and lands in front of the UAM bench. It's 17-16.
Point, Rangers!
Jimenez back to serve. This will be a standstill driving serve over. And what she does with it is Velez received it. Now on the attack, it's blocked off of Kerrigan Biggins' right hand. They'll try it one more time. That's blocked back in for a point off the attack from Jasmine Welton.
Point, Rangers!
Play there by Hennessy's Leilani with a rejection.
What a great block by Hennessy.
Jimenez to serve it once more. Gathered by Velez. Mia Smalls will set up far side, tipping that one over. As the Rangers deflected it out of play. I believe that was Mia Smalls. Hills back to serve, the junior out of Inglewood, California. Long ways from home to travel to Monticello, Arkansas.
Oh my goodness. Where would you even fly into?
Set up EAS on the attack, deflected, and it lands in on the Rangers side. And I think that was Jasmine Welton who may get credit for that one.
Lucky it rolled off the top of the tape. 3 Northwestern players ran for it and all fell on top of each other.
Serve over, gathered by Miller. And Hennessy's Leilani tried to get sneaky and flip it over, and it's going to wound up being a point now for the Rangers, as UAM was not ready for that play.
A good play by her.
Point, Rangers!
She didn't really have a lot of luck with it against SWASU whenever we saw them last Tuesday, but I think they practiced those, Dustin, because if you remember, Kuzma just annihilated us with those fake outs.
Yes, she did. And on the attack, picking that up with the kill is Alexia Hadu. Senior out of Brazil. Transfer out of Clarendon Junior College out of Texas. 20-18 Blossoms. Serve. front of the attack line. Right there for the dig, though, was Holiday Ellis. On the attack that time was Jasmine Welton, and it's blocked by Asensio Soriano for the point.
And that's a big block, Justin. Once again, we have to get more active defensively, I think, especially against this team here. They don't have a ton of heavy hitters. Obviously, their stat leader's not even on the roster anymore, so
You're right
we need
about
to take
that.
advantage of that and get active, on the defensive side up here on the front row.
Well, we missed plays there. That was Asensio Soriano with the service ace, her third of the year. One more time. EAS. Bavaria right there. A little dump play over. Diaz with a great save. Gets the ball back over. They'll set up Adu on the near side.
Oh.
She'll pick up the kill as Diaz was moving to her right, trying to go back with that left hand, just couldn't get anything on.
And they're just really going at her on that back row tonight, Dustin. She's just been all over the place, I feel like.
And up front, Jordan Weir will go to serve. 21-20, Blossoms lead it. Standstill right-handed serve. EAS. Now Hennessy Solani to Carme Jones. Nice dig there. Holiday Ellis. It is Scroggins. Hennessy Solani sets for Schreffler on the attack.
Oh, no.
That one hits the tape in the net and back on Northwestern's side of the attack here. And timeout, Rangers. We'll take it as well. Rangers trailing here in set one, 22-20. This is Northwestern Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
You pick the design and the gear, we do the rest. Downtown.
Company, your go-to rental company in Alva, is now offering insurance. From your home and car to farm or business for a variety of rental properties, Nystrom has you covered. Stop by Suite C of the professional building today and see Claudia Haltom or call their office at 580-609-3200. That's 580-609-3200 for more details. Nystrom Company, now your go-to for rentals and insurance. Proud supporters of All Ranger and Gold Bug Athletics.
Back out of the timeout, 22-20. Blossoms trying to take the first set as Ozdemir played it first. They'll set back for Ozdemir, and boy, that was deflected, and somehow UAM kept it alive, but it was hit too many times when it hit the floor.
Did she deflect?
I think so.
Shot.
Back to serve, Brianda Diaz. Libero for the Rangers. Serve just clears over. Bavaria. And nice little dump play there, but the Rangers were ready for it from Jordan Weir. Now Ozdemir on the attack. Was it touched? It was not. An attack error on Ozdemir, 23-21. Points away from taking the first set. Maria Velez will go back to serve. Chance to serve out the first set. Velez over with it. Ozdemir. Rolani set for Jimenez, and Jimenez is blocked. What a play at the net from Kerrigan Biggs.
Well, and just not a smart play by Jimenez. I mean, to go up and tap that and you see somebody right there, you've got to hit that around that block. Those are way too easy for them to be able to.
That point, Velez. EAS. They'll set up Jimenez one more time. It's blocked again, and Kerrigan Biggs goes back-to-back blocks and lands the win in set number one for UAM. Wow, what an impressive showing for the Blossoms here on the road as they take set one 25-21. We will take a break. Our in-set break brought to you by the Nystrom Company. Set number two when we come back. It's Northwestern Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
At Ignite Physical Therapy, we assist in the therapy of joint mobilization, treatment of adverse neural that you had before your injury. They have helped so many for rehabilitation, and they can do the same for you. Stop by and see the staff at Ignite Physical Therapy on 520 Plum Street, or make an appointment by calling 580-327-3331.
Your agency of choice for all types of insurance is McDermott Insurance in Alva for home, auto, farm, or business. By coverage and client service possible. To get your custom professional insurance review, call McDermott Insurance. 526 Flynn Street in Alva. McDermott Insurance. They can't predict the future, but they can insure it.
Dingall Real Estate in Austin has been serving clients in Oklahoma and Kansas for nearly 37 years. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, we are your real estate professionals. We will get you the top dollar for your property, whether it be at auction or private sale. Get with Dingall Real Estate in Austin if you're wanting to buy a ranch, good farmland, sell or lease minerals, or buy a home. Visit our website at dingallauction.com to browse available listings. Talk to Dean, Steve, or Todd at 580-327-8217 or stop by the office in Alva, where you're always greeted with a smile. Come and see us.
Welcome back inside Percival Fieldhouse. Monticello takes set number 1 over Northwestern. Some of your first set statistics brought to you by the Alva Moose Lodge. Boy, this is not a good number. 13 kills for the Rangers, 11 attack errors, and 39 total attacks. That's not going to make Coach Mengistu very happy.
No, most definitely, Dustin. Did not look good, and especially defensively as well. Obviously, Arkansas Monticello 16 blocks, Northwestern only 2. Set, but yeah, I mean, give it to Arkansas Monticello. So they're here to get their first win, and you know they the last 2 sets, and you can definitely see that in this first set.
Yeah, Arkansas Monticello's percentage much better. 13 kills, 6 attack errors, and 32 total attacks. Leading the way was Holiday Ellis with 4 kills in the first set. Rangers were led by EAS with 4 as well. As far as digs go, 13-12 in favor of Arkansas Monticello, and 16 total blocks. The Rangers had 3. But you did not see that very often in a first opening set against the Rangers.
Most definitely. Obviously, just the errors right now, we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. So we hope to see our girls not get down on themselves, kind of keep their motivation change here in the second set.
See if the Rangers can clean up some of those errors they had in that opening set. In 25-21 was the final. Arkansas Monticello, as the teams have switched sides. UAM will be hitting left to right, Northwestern right to left, or if you want to go with direction, and south to north. Cio Soriano, who had a service ace in that first set, 1 of 2. The other one was from Tennessee's Lalani. Serve over, we're underway. And playing that one first was Holiday Ellis. They'll set back for Ellis, and that's an attack error right into the net. And the Rangers strike first.
That's what we like to see.
Look at maybe what happened to him in the first set, too.
Yeah.
Cio Soriano once more. Went over. Ellis there for it. Now setting up Jordan Weir. That time on the attack, though, was Gabriella Jordan. Rangers did dig it out. Back comes Ozdemir on the attack, and it's blocked again. This time it's Jalen Scroggins. And if it had been Scroggins, well, you look at it, it's also Kerrigan Biggs.
Yeah, Kerrigan Biggs was obviously huge there at the end of that last set, getting 2 big blocks, 2 stops there on
We're tied at 1. Serve over. Velez out of Diaz. Let's set up Carme Jones. It's deflected back. Northwestern with it. EAS on the attack. Tips it over the right hand. Ellis runs up on it. Back for Ellis on the far side. It's through the deflection. EAS there for the dig. They'll set up Trepler far side on the attack. Flips the net. UAM keeps it alive. Ellis on the attack is blocked by Ozdemir. More time from Jordan Weir. And then on the attack will be Gabriella Jordan. And Rangers can't corral it. It'll be a point for the Blossoms. I think the impressive thing tonight, 4 solo blocks already from Gabriella Jordan.
Yes. You picked the right one to replace Spotlight.
No, we need Jimenez to do it on the other side for the Rangers now. Area Velez. Oh, Diaz, not a great pitch there. Miller has to run it down. Diaz over with it. That one played deep. Velez there for it for the dig. They'll set up on the attack. And that was Jalen Scroggins. It was blocked by the Rangers. They'll try the far side. It's blocked again, this time by Carme Jones. One more time near the net, and Jones kind of reached over and hit it back down, but it did. We thought it was going to go out, but Diaz kept it alive. Brooke Miller on the attack. You don't see that very often. Jordan Weir. They'll set up Ellis once more. Off the right hand of Leilani. EAS keeps it alive. Miller over with it. Velez there. Far side. Ellis on the attack is blocked and then off the right hand and out of play from Jordan Weir. But thank goodness that took a lot just to get the point.
Yeah, I mean, no easy points tonight, Dustin. We've already seen that multiple times throughout this set. But like you said, interesting switch-up to see Brooke Miller here on the front row and be able to get a few hits in.
Diaz with the serve over. Ellis touched that. Weir, now Ellis over with it. Opportunity here for Northwestern. Hennessy Zolani sets up for Jimenez on the attack. That goes off the shoulder. Somehow UAM keeps it alive, and then not for a third time, though, as Jordan Weir couldn't corral it.
Because they're all looking for the ball.
So you need eyes on the side of your head.
Yeah.
Diaz will go back to serve. Libero strikes one over. And back that time with the left hand. Rangers got to it, though. Miller on the attack. Ellis. And Ellis will pick up the kill as EAS hits that one all the way to the top of the stands.
Trying to get Dr. Hannaford involved up there.
Serve. Gabriella Jordan. The transfer from Kentucky State. Still right-handed serve. Miller there. Hennessy Zolani tips it right back to Jimenez, who picks up the kill, and that was absolutely well done. Done from Hennessy Zolani. Back to serve, Carson Smith for Northwestern. Smith drives it over, right at Velez. Weir now on the attack. That time was Ellis. Rangers come back with Brooke Miller. Diaz now hits it up. It hits off the speaker and then lands on Northwestern's side.
We need a color room. I can't say this enough. I cannot stress it enough. Dr. Casey, give us money. We need a color room.
I don't know if you heard Matt. He said point speakers. Yeah, do you give the kill to the speakers on that one?
Yeah, you have to.
We'll have to make sure and get with our SID on that. Mia Smalls with the serve over. Miller. Jimenez keeps it alive. Now Diaz over with it with the right hand. Keeping that one alive. Now an attack right down the line. Picking up the kill was Holiday Ellis. Mia Smalls to serve. It's 5-4 Blossoms. Gets this one over Jimenez, and Jimenez went down, kind of collided with Miller as Miller tried to go over with it. It's blocked. Diaz keeps it alive. Now Miller over the right hand. And nearly dropped one in. She did.
Oh, I don't know who was going to go for that. Brooke Miller was on, Jimenez was on the ground. Back up, and it was between her and Diaz trying to decide. Dumpster fire there for a minute. I mean that in the most respectful way possible, obviously.
Ozdemir will go back to serve. 5-5. Serve over. Holiday Ellis now on the attack for 2 a.m. Dig from Diaz. They'll set up EAS. She'll on the attack. Velez with a great dig. Ellis, that one takes her too far out of play and then hit too many times by the Blossoms. That was our PA man for the first set. He tagged in Matt Adair. And for the rest of this one is Ozdemir back to serve at 6-5 Rangers. Jumping right-handed serve into the net for a service error. Second one of the night against the Rangers. Nails back to serve. Up towards it, jumps and fires one over. Carson Smith, now Ozdemir. Now EAS over. What's right there? Now Mia Small setting up and getting the kill was Kerrigan Biggs in front of the net. 7-6 Blossoms. One more time here from Holiday Ellis. Drives one over right at Diaz. Hennessy Zolani will set up Jimenez for the kill. Well done there.
Where's that been?
That's right. We love the chemistry between those two. I think they...
Well, we've had multiple points here in this set to be able to see that. Obviously, Jimenez was trying to get blocked from that first set. She said, we're going to take it out, all of it, in this one.
Ellis gathered it. Now Smalls tipping that one over was Jasmine Welton. And laying out for that one was Jimenez, but couldn't get to it.
Great effort by her, obviously having to come all the way back from serving. We know she goes pretty far back there on her serve. To be able to get in and try to get a hand on that, have to give her credit.
Echeverria back to serve from Monticello. Lalani back for Cincio Soriano on the attack. As a play at the net, Carme Jones takes a big swing out of the right hand and picks up the point.
And she just nailed Abrielle Jordan right on the top of the noggin, Dustin. Not so good. That reset her brain.
No, it didn't.
Ouch.
Tennessee's Lalani back to serve, score tied at 8. Right at Holiday Ellis. Mia Smalls tipping it over was Jasmine Welton. Diaz is there. Now Rangers go far side to Schreffler. Dig from Ellis, hits the speaker. Keeping it alive was Welton. And Rangers going to pick up the block and a point, and that's Carme Jones.
That's Dustin. She's a huge benefit for us defensively on that front row. Able to get up. I mean, and her hands are completely bent over. Those balls have no chance of getting back over the net.
Lalani serve just clears the net. Well done there. Here's a play at the net, and throwing that one right down the middle was Abriella Jordan, as Ozdemir couldn't get a left hand on it. 9 at 9. The speakers now get into play twice here tonight. Here to serve. Weir stands still, drives it over. Handled by Diaz. They'll set up EAS. Right at Echeverria, keeping it alive, though, was Weir. On the attack comes Ellis, and that's a point for the Rangers. I thought our line judge went down for that for a point.
She's new tonight, I think, so I think she's a little confused on which way is in and out. So
EAS.
Not a job I want.
Weir will set up, tipping it over with Scroggins. Rangers get to it. Back to Schreffler on the attack. Deflected, kept alive from Ellis. Echeverria. Now Hadou on the attack. Tennessee's Nolani for the dig. Diaz back to EAS, right down the middle, and hits it right into the net for an attack here.
She just really kind of got too much of a rush on that one, Dustin. Not the best timing for her, but she wanted it.
Yeah, put a lot of power into that one. Score tied at 10. Will serve. Diaz. There's the play from Hennessy Solani. Setting up Carme Jones, who picks up the kill for the Rangers. Rangers back on top by 1. Carme's third kill of the night. Brianda Diaz now for Northwestern. Diaz, a service there into the net. Third one of the night on the Rangers.
Give away, Dustin, especially with such a close match like this.
One in this set is Abriella Jordan. Drives it right down the middle, right at EAS. Now Jimenez and Ozdemir on the attack. Picking up the dig that time was Jordan. They'll set up on the attack. Boy, that's a great play defensively on the attack from Scroggins. Ozdemir. The attack, back comes UAM, and that is just ricocheted through the block as picking up the kill. Trying to see a number, I believe it was Holiday Ellis, number 19.
Yes, it was.
Ella Jordan drives it over, steps into it. Ozdemir on the attack. Now here's a play at the net, set up for Jimenez, off the hands of Weir somehow, and then Ellis too much on that. That's an attack here and a point for the Rangers.
Yeah, I'm just able to get a bunch of balls that are coming their way. They really shouldn't have any chance or have any business getting.
That one, just on the last exchange with Jordan Weir, and another service error into the net for the Rangers. That is number 4. UAM with so far 0. Comes back on top by 1. Mia Smalls will serve. Right down the line, and the Rangers just let it go. Ozdemir and EAS just kind of looked at each other, and that's an easy service ace.
Yeah.
Coach Bent Gesser seen enough. He wants a timeout. 14-12. Blossoms lead it here in the second set. They lead 1-0. Come back to Purcell Fieldhouse after this break. It's Northwestern Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug, the Ranger Sports Network.
This year, Northwest Electric of Alva celebrates 50 years of being in business. So if you need electrical work done at your home, farm, or business, Northwest Electric is your local and friendly contractor for all your electrical needs. Carol, Scott, and the crew are fully qualified electricians with over 70 years of combined electrical experience. From new lighting options and troubleshooting to new construction remodeling of your home or business, Northwest Electric is here to serve you beyond the call of duty. Northwest Electric is a proud supporter of Ranger and Goldbug Athletics. Northwest Electric, where we don't want all the business, just yours.
Our goal is to make our auto body services as convenient and stress-free for our customers as possible. From minor repairs to major auto body work, we do every job with the highest level of professionalism. We have the team and the technology to address a variety of auto body needs in today's ever-changing market. So come on by today and get your free estimate at K&K Body Works located at 301 Twin Street right here in Alva.
Welcome back to Percival Fieldhouse, 14-12. Blossoms on top as Mia Smalls over with it on the serve. Hennessy Zolani with the left hand. Smalls there for the dig. Echeverria now on the attack is Welton, and I believe it was touched by a Ranger. 15-12, Blossoms lead it. At least we believe so. They haven't put it up on the board just yet. There's the serve over, and Diaz laid out for it to keep it alive. Now Diaz over with it. Nope, my bad, into the net. Should be 16-12 now. Diaz, now Hennessy Zolani. Ozdemir over with it. Velez there for the dig. Smalls keeps it alive. Far side set is Ellis, and she hits it right off the shoulder of a Ranger. That was Ashley Lowe who checked in. Right now, Blossoms is just rolling.
Yes. Northwestern just looks discombobulated.
Yes, they do. 17-12. Serve over. Diaz. Now Hennessy Zolani to Ozdemir on the attack. Nice play there from Echeverria to keep it alive. They'll go far side. Ellis tips it right over the outstretched hands of Jimenez, and it lands in for a point.
Well, it was almost, the timing was just barely off, Dustin. I mean, the girls were right there. Just could not get their hands up.
18-12, Arkansas Monticello. Hennessy Zolani now on the attack is Jimenez. Now Echeverria. Set up Welton on the attack. Was it touch? It was. Point for UAM. Come back, 19. Oh, it's going to be a service error, first of the night for UAM.
Stopped the bleeding a little bit there for Northwestern. Northwestern has got to get on a roll here, Dustin, because they are all getting a little too worked up. They need to just fall over, do their absolute best to just get these points and get a nice little rally.
19-13, we believe, is the score. Looks like it's been corrected as Ozdemir over on the Smalls on the attack. Was it an attack error? Oh, the official awards the point to UAM. I'm not sure there.
Oh, Dustin, I'm not really sure.
Bennett did give the signal that it was touched, but UAM got the point. They now lead at 20-13. Oh, and Diaz, bad touch there, low. Diaz over with it. They'll set up, Smalls, Welton, and Welton just absolutely hammers one to the hardwood, and it's 21-13. It's all Blossoms right now. Here's one a timeout. We'll take it as well. 21-13, Blossoms lead it here in the second set. This is Northwestern Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
PNC Meats and Chisholm Trail Meats are proud supporters of Ranger football. We have opened our state-of-the-art processing facility in Enid and are now booking appointments at custom and USDA-inspected processors in your area. Developed with the local ranchers' best interest in mind to make sure the animals you raise are processed with care. Book with us by calling 580-271-MEAT, 580-271-6328, or go to www.chisholmstrailmeat.com. Ride, Rangers, ride.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company, older than Oklahoma.
big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
We love to give back to our customers. Did you know Alva State Bank offers a great rewards checking account program? That's right. You can earn cash back or high interest with our Casasa account. We will even refund you up to $25 in ATM fees.
How do I qualify?
It's simple. Just swipe your debit card 12 times, sign up for online statements, and debit post to your account.
Can I do it online?
Yes. Just visit our website at www.alvastatebank.com to see if our Casasa Rewards program is right for you.
We make banking easy. Whether you're at home, the office, or in your car, our online or mobile banking options help you juggle busy schedules and financial needs.
We plant roots where others have branches.
Equal housing lender, member.
With football season in full swing, Holder Drug wants to remind you we have everything you need for your tailgate on Fridays for Goldbugs and Saturdays for Ranger football. You can also gear up for the games this fall with all new Alva and Northwestern apparel for you or other members of the family. With fall right around the corner, Holder Drug has options for your fall decor for your home. Stop by and see our new selection. As always, free delivery for your medications or prescriptions. This all happens at Holder Drug, located on the downtown square right here in Alva.
Welcome back, folks. Sorry about that extended timeout, trying to get the live video solved. Hopefully it is better. Guess we'll find out.
If not, we're just talking to ourselves.
That's right. Well, I was going to say,
the radio.
We are on the radio at least. As Via Smalls on the attack that time was Ellis. Rangers out of that timeout have played a lot better as Diaz kept it alive and then hit too many times by Northwestern as they couldn't get it over. It's 22-16. Well, Rangers 2 points away from going down 2-0 here at home. As Jordan Weir serve over right at EAS. Hennessy's Lalani sets up Schreffler on the attack, hit the antenna, and that's a point for the Blossoms.
Wow. Just nothing falling in our favor, Dustin. We could not catch a break.
Boy, and remember, I think this was like around 12-12, 13-13 at one point.
Yeah.
Ozdemir. Now Carme on the attack off the left hand of Echeverria. Nice play there for Carme Jones. That's the fourth kill for Carme. It is set point 24-17. Ellis. They'll set up on the attack, and that one hit off the block of Ozdemir, and picking up the point that time was UAM. I believe that was Kerrigan Biggs again. So UAM wins set number 2, 25-17, and stunned Percival Fieldhouse as we'll come back to the third set. UAM leads at 2-0. This is Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Rangers Sports Network.
Community Bank has been serving Alva, Oklahoma and the surrounding area since 1984. Community Bank was founded by local community members who wanted to ensure the banking needs of the community were being met. It has been our goal since inception to provide customer-focused services and community development. Our customers are friends, neighbors, and never just a number. We believe in investing in our community, and we pride ourselves in being your hometown bank. Community Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get no better deal in the country than at Croft Country, located in Alva, Oklahoma. Croft Country is the dealer for vehicles in Northwest Oklahoma. Croft Country is locally owned and operated since 1985, offering a full line of award-winning brands including Chevy and GMC. From the time you enter our showroom for sales or service, you can expect to be treated like family. So the next time you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, come see us right here in Alva, located at 401 East Oklahoma Boulevard.
Northwestern football is back in full swing, and just like the Rangers, Bank Central is here to help you score a touchdown. We offer multiple services to help you score on your own financial goals. Head to the end zone with Bank Central. Stop by 604 Flynn Street or call 580-327-1122. Our qualified professionals are available in Alva, Cherokee, Enid, and Woodward. Certain fees and restrictions may apply, or other terms and conditions may apply. Member FDIC, and as always, Ride Rangers Ride.
Welcome back inside Percival Fieldhouse. Our in-set break brought to you by the Nitram Company. Let's take a look at your second set statistics brought to you by the Alva Moose Lodge. Well, not much better for the Rangers in the second set. 7 kills to 4 attack errors. On the other side, 16 kills to 6 attack errors for Arkansas Monticello. And you know what? Give credit to the Blossoms right now. They came to play tonight.
Yep, they need a win in that win column desperately right now, Dustin. Obviously being 0-5 in GAC play. Northwestern needing a win, hopefully not going on a 3-game losing streak, and obviously playing potentially a pretty tough Southern Arc team tomorrow as well. So like you and I mentioned, like, we hate to see Northwestern play their way out of potential conference play. I mean, I know there's still a lot of volleyball left, but not a ton.
No, there's not. 12 kills for Holiday Ellis in that total in between the two sets. Rangers leading in kills, Erica Soriano with just 5.
Yeah.
Team total blocks 7-4. Arkansas Monticello leads, and of course, Aubriella Jordan with 4 solo blocks tonight. The Rangers do have 4 solo blocks themselves, again with Carme Jones, Macy Schreffler, 1 from Asensio Soriano, and 1 from Hennessy's Lalani. In that second set, we had the tie score 12 times. There were 7 lead changes so far in the second set. There's been 20 times we've been tied and 10 lead changes so far in the first 2 sets of this one. Rangers once back again serving left to right, UAM right to left. And, you know, one thing that Coach Ben Gesser talked about it, Rangers not out of this thing. Sometimes you play a little bit different when you get up 2-0 in a match, as we saw that happen.
Yeah, most definitely. You might get a little cocky, obviously, knowing how Northwestern may be a little bit down on themselves. You start to see them get just a little bit lackadaisical with their play. And, you know, obviously we hope to see Northwestern not just completely kind of lose their minds here in this third set as we watch them make a few changes to the lineup. Looks like the down judge is trying to get it's a rotation change. I'm a little confused as to what's going on, but whatever the down judges say is what has to happen. So I guess we'll see what happens here. Obviously, Arkansas Monticello starting with the serve on this one. Back to serve is going to be Jordan Muir, who I think has been absolutely outstanding this evening on the assist. Between her and Mia Smalls, they both have been really great. Being able to kind of manipulate Arkansas Monticello's offense, and obviously their offense has been pretty powerful against Northwestern this evening.
So service over as we are underway. EAS flips it over. Right there, though, to collect it was Velez, tipping it over with the right hand. That time was Aubriella Jordan, and then Jimenez hammers that one home for the kill. And for now the third straight set, the Rangers have struck first. So Mariela Jimenez will go back to serve for Northwestern. Rangers again trail 2-0. Jimenez drives it over right at Ellis. Now on the attack was Velez, right at Schreffler. Now Carme Jones, that one right at Ellis again. Now Velez. Velez is blocked, and then off the left hand of Echeverria. Point for the Rangers.
That's something we hope to see a little bit more of, Dustin, is get Carme Jones involved defensively for sure. Once again, just a huge spark plug for us, I think, for the team.
Jimenez, standstill serve, clears the net. Velez, and running it down was Weir. Velez over with it, right to Jimenez. Rolani sets up Carme. It's blocked. And another block, that time from Aubriella Jordan. Number 5 tonight for her. I'm going to stop picking player spotlight.
Yeah.
Talk to Connor about the sponsorship.
Yeah, we need to pick somebody on the bench.
Velez with the serve over off the hands of Ozdemir. EAS. Now Diaz over with it. Advantage UAM, but Echeverria just saved that one. And then coming up and just kind of swiping at that one was Aubriella Jordan for the kill.
And Northwestern a little confused with how that was not a carry. Me as well a little confused by that too.
Jordan now with 6 kills and 5 blocks tonight. Velez right at EAS. Lalani back for Asensio Soriano. She gets the kill right in between the defenders. And the Rangers lead at 3-2.
Back to serve for Northwestern, number 13, Hennessy's Lalani.
Hennessy's Lalani back to serve for the Rangers. Heading south to north. Serve over. Echeverria. Weir now tipping that one over was Aubriella Jordan for another point.
And that's one that Carme wishes that she could get back. She really watched that closely. And
now serving number 13.
UAM obviously playing the ball very smart, knowing how well she is defensively.
Aubriella Jordan to serve. Standstill right-handed serve. Drives it over off the hands of Diaz. Lalani has to lay out for it. Ozdemir over with it. Velez. Now Weir will set far side. Holiday Ellis drilled through the block of Schreffler. Now Diaz. One more time. EAS. Right. That time at Jordan. Now on the attack was Scroggins. Diaz keeps it alive. Schreffler over with it. Looked like every time Jordan was calling everybody off. And then Holiday Ellis hits it through the block of Carme Jones that ricochets off her hand for the point. 4-3. Blossoms lead it here in the third set. As Aubriella Jordan back to serve. Gives it over again. That's some heat on it. As Ozdemir, Lalani, now EAS with two hands over with it. We're there to get it for the dig. Velez back to Holiday Ellis on the attack. It was not touch. Points for the Rangers.
Rangers! Erica Asensio Soriano.
But again, each set has kind of started out like this, the back and forth.
Yes, for sure.
Asensio Soriano just kind of plops that one over. The serve as Scroggins played it, and then the Rangers keep it alive, or excuse me, UAM keeps it alive, but it goes into the net and then over everybody's head for the point.
Made me a little nervous, Dustin.
5-4 Rangers. Asensio Soriano, that one is not going to clear the net. Another service error, number 5. Well, a lot of points being given away on the attack errors tonight, service errors.
Yes, a lot of feet being shot.
Well, you look at it, 5 service errors combined with the 15 attack. That's 20 total errors tonight.
Yeah.
Serve over from Small. Excuse me, Mia Smalls. And then Rangers pick up the kill. It's Carme Jones, her 5th.
We love to see her get involved offensively, Dustin. Somebody that we don't really see very often, but getting to see her here on the outside where she normally plays that middle position, I think it's really been working for us.
Roberez Diaz over with it. Echeverria played it, and then on the attack was Welton. EAS there for the dig. Back comes EAS, tips it over. Welton right there to dig it out. Smalls. Back far side was Ellis, and that's going to be a point for UAM as it was blocked onto UAM's. Well, actually, I guess it was blocked and went straight down.
Yep. Came right down in front of Ozdemir.
Those of you wondering at home, we don't have the greatest view when there's plays at the net. Ellis over with it. Diaz. Lalani for Schreffler on the attack, and Schreffler's going to get the kill, her 3rd of the night.
It looked like she may have mishit that too, Dustin. She jumped a lot quicker than what the ball was coming, but hey, we'll take the point.
But it may have worked out better that way.
Yes, yes.
There was nobody right there in the center of the floor. As Carson Smith will serve for the Rangers. Serve over. Echeverria. He is Small. Sets on the attack. That time was Biggs. Rangers keep it alive. Ozdemir on the attack. Echeverria. Now on the near side. That time on the attack was De La Rosa, and that's going to be a point for the Rangers as De La Rosa hits right into the net.
Carson Smith to serve.
First appearance from De La Rosa.
Yes.
Did not play in the last matchup for UAM. Serve over. Echeverria, they'll go far side. Welton, that one's blocked, and that's going to get out of play behind the back line.
Darn it.
There's a lot on that block.
Yes. A hard hit ball.
Echeverria back to serve. Eight, 7 Rangers. Echeverria again wearing white, just clears the net. Ozdemir, Welton. Now Mia Smalls back on the attack. That time was Jordan. Rangers get it. Jimenez on the attack off the hands of Smalls. Hits the net. Now they keep it alive. De La Rosa was blocked. Tried to go softly at that one, and that's not going to work against Jimenez.
Nope.
Number 11, A.J. Ozdemir.
So A.J. Ozdemir will serve now for the Rangers. Rangers by 2, 9-7. Ozdemir jumping right-handed serve. Takes Ellis to the floor, now on the attack and hit through the block, but Carson Smith with a heck of a play to come up with that one, and then the Rangers pick up the point from EAS, but that is all belongs to Carson Smith.
Yes, give her the credit on that one. What an awesome save by Carson Smith to get all the way down in almost like a weird stretch position, but man, to keep that ball alive, give her the credit.
Yeah, I thought for sure Aubriella Jordan was about to pick up her 8th kill. We'll take the time out of media, brought to you by Ignite Physical Therapy. Rangers lead at 10-7 here in the 3rd set. They trail 2-0. This is Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Rangers Sports Network.
Great thing about being a farmer is that your business is growing every day. Not with hard work, though. That's where Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma comes in. We offer competitive rates on loans for ag equipment, ag real estate, or a line of credit. And our decisions are made locally. We take the time to get to know you by name, so you can keep the growing going. You'll find our service and commitment as dependable as a sunrise. Talk to one of our ag banking specialists by phone or stop by a branch today. Here to help you grow. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, an equal housing opportunity lender. Online at farmcreditloans.com.
Welcome back to Percival Fieldhouse. Dustin Gado alongside Olivia Endell, your Ranger volleyball crew here tonight, and of course all season long. 10-7 Rangers here in the 3rd set. Rangers do trail it 2-0 though. Showing a little bit more life here though in the 3rd set as Ozdemir will go back to serve once more. Makes several dribbles, runs up towards that back line and over with it. Ellis. Now Mia Smalls, and boy, Welton come running up on that one, and we're just not in the right spot.
I couldn't see anything, Dustin. I'm so sorry. I can't give any color on that.
Mia Smalls, again, that time just kind of flicked it backwards, and Welton was coming towards her, and just a bad set that time from UAM. 11-7, Ozdemir. Over with it. Not played well, into the net, and then that's going to be a point for the Rangers. And well, right now the Rangers are rolling here in the 3rd set.
Which, if you remember, Dustin, when we made that amazing comeback in the 5th set, it was with A.J. Ozdemir on the service line.
12-7, Rangers by 5. And we get a stoppage of play from the official.
Mood killer.
I think they're wanting UAM to get further down the line and off the court.
A do-over.
Well, as you heard Matt Adair say, we'll do it over once more. A mulligan, so to speak. 12-7. Ozdemir jumping right-handed serve right to Ellis. Mia Smalls. Now De La Rosa on the attack. Right at Diaz for the ding. Lalani sets for Jimenez. Not a good set there as Echevarria saved it. On the attack as Welton. Keeping alive was Jimenez. Back comes EAS on the attack. It's blocked.
Oh, no.
And lands in for a point, and that was either Aubriella Jordan, and I think it may have been her and Kerrigan Biggs.
And that's one thing I think, too, North. It seems like the volleyball team just seems to get a little used to Erica's, shots not getting blocked often, so they really just relax. They're not ready for those blocks to come back at them, and with how hard she hits that's going to come firing back at them. So it's really important that they play that point all the way out.
EAS with the attack off the left hand of Weir. Here comes De La Rosa on the attack. Dig from Carson Smith. Hennessy's Leilani. Sets for Asensio Soriano. Ellis there for the dig. Weir tipping that one over, just catching the net and over is Jalen Scroggs. Now here's plays at the net. Diaz keeps it alive. Leilani throws it towards the back corner, and it's a point for UAM. I got to say, well, actually, I think the Rangers have a player down, and that is Hennessy's Leilani. Well, and I did not see what happened.
I did not either. I saw where she set the ball. I did not see, but she is in a significant amount of pain.
So the athletic training staff will come out and tend to Hennessy's Leilani. We are here in the 3rd set as we will take a timeout for the injury. Rangers lead at 12-8 over Arkansas Monticello. Blossoms lead at 2-0. This is Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Rangers Sports Network.
You need assistance taking care of yourself or a loved one. Beatles Nursing Home in Alva is here for you. We offer safe, high-quality, affordable nursing care while meeting all care guidelines for living. Call us at 580-327-1274 to learn more about our admissions process to place your loved one in our care. When it's time to choose a nursing home facility, we'll hope you'll consider Beatles Nursing Home, located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
Do you have a heart of compassion for people who find themselves in tough situations? Hope Pregnancy Center of Northwest Oklahoma is now open in Alva and is currently hiring an assistant. We'd love to have you join our team. Please call Charity Lyon at 580-327-9091 for more information or visit obhc.org/employment for a job description and employment application.
Since 2004, customers in Alva, Oklahoma have trusted K&S Tire for all their automotive needs. With over 40 years of experience in the business, we offer top quality replacement tires and outstanding vehicle service repairs. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, our skilled technicians have covered you. Drive with confidence and let us keep your vehicle running smoothly. Visit us at knstire.com or come by at 2590 College Boulevard here in Alva, Oklahoma. K&S Tire, where experience meets excellence.
To prevent medication from getting into the wrong hands, it is crucial to store it out of sight and out of the reach of children and visitors. In addition, it is important to dispose of unwanted, expired, and unused medications in a safe manner. For more information, visit okimready.org. That's okimready.org or call 988 Oklahoma's Mental Health Lifeline. This program is funded by Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Prevention Services, and Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration.
Welcome back here inside Purcell Fieldhouse as Hennessy's Leilani being helped off and will head towards the training room, and we wish her the best, and hopefully this is an injury that she can quickly bounce back from, but again, only time will tell.
Well, she is in front of one of the best vets in the state of Oklahoma, Terry Lohman over there. I'm sure he could probably assess it pretty quickly for her and get her taken care of.
And we are back to action as Jordan Weir will serve it. Now EAS on the attack, and she'll pick up the kill. Point for the Rangers. It's nice to see coming right back out of that as Michaela White is checked in for Hennessy's Leilani.
And remember, we did see her against SWOSU last week when Hennessy went down for a short period of time. And, I mean, give Michaela credit. She has been able to step in those big shoes multiple times and be able to help out. So we hope to be able to see her fill in for Hennessy for the rest of the match.
Well, Mariela Jimenez picks up the service error. That is number 6. It's now 13-10. Rangers on top by 3. Valeria Velez will serve it. Jumping right-handed serve right at EAS. Michaela White will set up Carme Jones, and Jones picks up the kill. Nicely done from Carme, her 6th.
Back to serve for the Rangers, number 3, Michaela White.
And back will go Michaela White, the junior out of Paola, Kansas. White swats this one over. Echevarria. They'll set up near side. Holiday Ellis is blocked. Wow. Nice play there, and Carme Jones holds that one finger up to tell you who it was.
Man, and she has just been on fire for us, Dustin. I mean, defensively, been able to get quite a few kills offensively. Give her the credit.
Serve over. Echevarria now on the attack, picking it up. I believe was Abriella Jordan. That's her 8th. 15-11, Rangers by 4. The Rangers need to keep control here in the 3rd set. Jordan stands still, right-handed serve, and the Rangers out of rotation. That'll be a free point for UAM. And Coach Ben Gesser saw it, and he knew it when it was called. Let's hope that doesn't happen once more here as Gabriella Jordan.
We're always good for one a game. Yeah. Just like Jalen Williams is good for a charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Northwestern is good for one out of rotation per game.
That one hard hit off of Diaz. EAS now over with it is Schreffler. Now they'll set up far side on the attack. Was it touch from Scroggins? It was. Point for UAM. And now the Rangers want a timeout. Blossoms back within 2. They trailed at 1 point, 12-7. It's 15-13 Rangers here in the 3rd set. Rangers trail 2-0 with Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
The Tacoma Farmers Co-op is a proud supporter of Ranger and Girl Bug activities since 1916. They have been here to serve you with all your farming and ranching needs. with a wide range of goods and services from fuel, hardware, fencing, tires, feed and seed, plus fertilizer. They're here to meet your needs. Choose to trade with a co-op that gives its profits back to you. To learn about the Tacoma Co-op Advantage, stop by one of 5 locations in Moreland, Freedom, Winoka, Jet, and Tacoma, or visit them at tacomacoop.com and get a better service at a better place.
Western Oklahoma State University's Ranger Preview is right around the corner. Make plans to attend Saturday, November 16th on the Alva campus. Just for attending, a high school senior will receive a $600 scholarship. Ranger Preview is a day designed for high school seniors to take tours, meet with faculty and other students, and get any questions answered. For questions, call 580-327-8546. That's Ranger Preview on Saturday, November 16th at Northwestern. Ride Rangers Ride.
Service error on Aubriella Jordan. That'll be a point for the Rangers. It's now 16-13.
Smart play by Brianna Diaz to get out of the way very last second, let that ball go out of bounds.
On the attack was Ellis. Rangers keep it alive. Diaz over with it. And Chavaria now tipping it over. Rangers actually blocked it. UAM goes over with it as Michaela White up to Schreffler on the attack. Velez there for the dig. Set up far side. On the attack that time was Scroggins. A sliding dig from EAS. Ozdemir tips it over and lands in the middle of the floor for a point, and it's 17-13 Rangers.
Smart play by Ozdemir. Notice that giant gaping hole in the middle of UAM's defense and taking advantage of it.
EAS. Now Velez. Now go far side. Scroggins tips it over the outstretched hands. Diaz keeps it alive. White. Now EAS on the attack. Dig from Weir. Now up near the net. Ellis tips it over.
No.
It was touched by Schreffler or Ozdemir. One of the two.
Looked like it was touched by Schreffler. Barely got a hand on it, but those ones are so hard to judge, Dustin, especially when they go up, they're about to kill it, and then they just tip it. You think they're going to smoke it right into your hands.
Yeah.
Doesn't work out that way.
Mia Smalls to serve over right at Diaz, who gathered it. Now up to Schreffler on the attack. She's blocked, but somehow gets it over. Velez runs up on it to Smalls. Now Welton, and Welton picks up the kill, devouring that one through the block. It looked like one of our line judges said it may have caught the antenna.
Well, I thought so too, Dustin. I thought it did, but it must not have.
Mia Smalls to serve over once more. Diaz pops this one high. Now Michaela White, far side to Ozdemir, and Ozdemir gets the kill. It's 18-15 Rangers.
Ozdemir with the kill. Back to serve, number 6, Brianna Diaz.
Now the libero, Brianna Diaz to serve now for the Rangers. Diaz ready to go. Drives it over the right hand, right at Velez. Now Mia Small sets up Welton, and Welton right down the line. And I tell you what, that was an impressive kill from Welton.
And they've had quite a few of those tonight, Dustin. Right down the line, nobody's there. That's just such a difficult shot to make and get it in, too.
Holiday Ellis to serve now for UAM. It's a 2-point match here in the third set. Service over, right at Ozdemir. Now Michaela White up to Jimenez, hammers that one. And then it ricochets all the way back towards that north end zone section, and it's 19-16.
I feel like that's a setup that we really haven't seen a lot of, is that quick set just right out, giving all of the momentum already shifting towards the net. All Jimenez has to do is just get a fist on it, and it's going to be gone.
Garson Smith over with it. Ellis on it. Now on the attack is Welton off the right hand of Diaz, and point for the Blossoms.
Just not tall enough, Dustin. Got her hands up.
Echevarria again will go back to serve. Serve over. Right at EAS. Now Michaela White to Ozdemir, and that's going to be a point for Arkansas Monticello. I think the Rangers went into the net.
Yep. Looks like Michaela may have went into the net a little bit.
Back to serve once more. Sia Echevarria. 19-18. Serve over. Right at EAS. He'll set up Jimenez. Hammered through the block, and then Mia Smalls just couldn't handle that one. It was right to her, but it's 20-18.
That one kind of shocked her a little bit, the way she shook afterwards.
A.J. Ozdemir for the Rangers. Serving left to right. Rangers leading 20-18. Ozdemir Over with it to Ellis. Now Mia Smalls, near side. De La Rosa, too much on that one. That was headed right at the cheerleaders. Point for the Rangers.
Ozdemir to serve.
Alexia Hadu will check in. She'll get De La Rosa. Hadu with a couple of kills tonight, 4 total attacks.
Oh, and we got it going.
I was going to say, we waited till the third set to get the yes chant going.
Little sign of life in our student section over there.
Here's Mia Small, sets up Welton far side. Did it land in? I believe it did. We still have yet to see a signal, and now we do. Point for the for the Blossoms.
I was going to say, from my vantage point, it looked like it caught the back line.
That was right in that corner, too.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Jordan Weir to serve. In the 5'5" sophomore from Frisco, out of Frisco Heritage High School. Serve over, right at Carson Smith, pops it up high. Michaela White now to Jimenez, and Jimenez is blocked. Now it lands up on UAM's side, tipping this one over off the outstretched hands. Ozdemir now with it alive, and then, and it's going to land in, and I think getting credit for that again is going to be Aubriella Jordan.
Yeah, and those ones are just frustrating. Just a lot of tips and taps and everything back and forth. Michaela thought she was able to just pop it over, but of course UAM just not giving up on these points.
No, they certainly aren't, and that's one of the reasons they've been able to stay right here with Northwestern here in the third set and ultimately take a 2-0 set lead. We'll come back after this here in the third set from Percival Fieldhouse. It's Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
818 Diner has consistently provided the city of Alva with quality comfort food and great service since opening in 2019. Join us for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Some of our popular menu items to choose from include the BCB burger, the French dip, and our staples such as Terry's Chicken Fried Steak, Don's Hamburger Steak, and Joe's Chicken Tenders. Open Monday and Wednesday through Sunday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and open for dinner Wednesday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So if you want a variety of menu items and friendly service to give you that local diner feeling, visit 818 Diner right here in Alva.
Well, my apologies. They updated the scoreboard. In fact, it's not 21-19. It is 21-20 in favor of Northwestern. And again, UAM trying to close it out here for the 3-0. Well, just looking at the schedule, they have yet to do that to anybody of their 4 wins this year. Serve over. Did it land? Out it did on the near side. Service error. Boy, and that's a big point for Northwestern, 22-20. So let's see if Mariela Jimenez can serve it out here. 22-20 Rangers. Serve just gets over. Hadu runs up on it. They'll set up on the attack. That time was Scroggins, or excuse me, Scroggins, and Scroggins hits up the attack error. And now the Blossoms want a timeout. It's 23-20 Rangers. Third set. We'll take it as well. It's a media timeout brought to you by Ignite Physical Therapy. This is Northwestern Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Naloxone is a medication designed to rapidly reverse opioid overdose. A person who is experiencing an overdose can't administer naloxone to themselves. Anyone can carry naloxone, give it to someone experiencing an overdose, and potentially save a life. That's why everyone should consider having naloxone. For more information, visit okimready.org. That's okimready.org. This program is funded by Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Prevention Services, and Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration.
Yep. Back out of a quick timeout. Mariel Jimenez still serving for the Rangers, 23-20. Serve over. Now they'll set up on the attack is blocked by the Rangers. That was an attack from Aubriella Jordan, and we're now at set point.
And Coach Bengesser, like, where has this been all?
So set point, third set. Rangers trying to make it 2-1. Jimenez drives it over. Popped up, Hadu. Now on the attack is Ellis, and it's an attack error, and the Rangers bounce back in the third set to take this one 25-20.
What a comeback. We see a little sign of life from the Ranger team. Obviously losing your starting setter, you know, Dustin, a crucial piece. I mean, that's your quarterback of your offense, you know. So to be able to watch Michaela White come in, make the plays that she's supposed to, the team kind of come together. I mean, it seemed like the vibes changed a little bit for the entire team, and I mean, shoot, you hope we kind of see what happened last Tuesday
That's
when
right.
against us, against with SWASU.
We'll see if the Rangers can continue those vibes here at Percival Fieldhouse as we will head to the fourth set. UAM leading at 2-1. Back to Percival Fieldhouse next. This is Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Peak Environment provides leading lawn care services in Northwest Oklahoma with branches at Alva, Enid, and Woodward. When it comes to lawn care, Peak Environment has you covered all year long with quality, affordable services, including weed control, full-service mowing, and Christmas light installation, plus much more. Call Peak Environment today at 580-748-8003 to learn more and schedule your free quote on any service. That's 580-748-8003, proud supporter of all Ranger and Goldbug athletics.
A home is what you make it, and G&G Home Furnishings in Alva wants to help you make it great. Right now is our customer appreciation sale. New accessories, new sofa sets, and sectionals from Ashley are available right now. Also, since it's our customer appreciation sale, we want to help you out by offering discounts on mattresses and recliners if you bring in a past receipt. So hurry in today and take advantage of our customer appreciation sale. You can browse online or stop by in person at 2107 College Boulevard right here in Alva.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads in Enid, Oklahoma create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the gear, we do the rest. Downtown Threads handles all the payments and website is closed. Call today at 580-237-7060. That's 237-7060. Downtown Threads proudly supports Alva High School and Northwestern Oklahoma State University.
Welcome back inside Percival Fieldhouse, 2-1. As we're in set break, brought to you by the Nitrum Company. Rangers in that set, well, they cleaned up a lot of things. They have 11 kills to just 4 total attack errors, and the errors kind of piled up for Arkansas Monticello. They did have 13 kills, but 9 total errors, the most that they've had tonight.
Yeah, most definitely, Dustin. Obviously, the thing that I pointed to you that's huge for us is team blocks. Obviously, starting out with 3 in the first set, 4 in the second set, 9 in this third set. I think that was a big difference maker for us. In that third set was obviously defensively being able to get a little bit of a stop. Obviously still trying to get around UAM's defense has still been a challenge for us, but I think we saw a little bit of a different gameplay, a few different shifts in what they needed to do for Northwestern side.
In that third set, or again, at least total through 3 sets, Holiday Ellis leads the way with 15. The only other player in double-figure kills tonight is Jasmine Welton with 10. Rangers, though, have nobody in double-figure kills yet through 3 sets. They're led by Erica Asensio Soriano with 8 and 6 for Carme Jones, Mariela Jimenez with 7.
Yes, I mean, obviously give it up to Holiday Ellis. 15 kills in 3 sets is pretty nuts. I mean, that's quite a few kills for somebody to have.
And I think the Rangers do. One of the things that you saw in that third set is you talked about the blocks. I think we picked up a lot of points that way as well.
Yes, for sure.
Well, we'll see if the Rangers can again keep the momentum going. They trail 2-1. So there will be no sweep here tonight. As leading things off, I say leading things off like we're playing baseball, but to serve it is A.J. Ozdemir. Service over and we're underway as Ellis. They'll set up. Velez on the attack and through the block of Jimenez. Schreffler kept it alive. Back to Jimenez on the attack, and the Rangers strike first again. 4 straight sets. They lead it 1-0.
Jimenez with the kill. Back to serve. A.J. Ozdemir.
Ozdemir one more time. Ozdemir ready to go. Jumping right-handed serve. Right at Ellis. Weir runs it down. Now Ellis just in front, or just behind the attack line, into the net for an attack error. It's 2-0 Rangers.
And man, she's done that almost every set, right at the very beginning. Just not able to really get it going on that back row.
Just get it out of the way early, right?
Yeah. Me and pickleball on Tuesday.
Ozdemir with the serve over. Right at Ellis. Now Weir flips it on the attack, and that was hit hard. That was a rocket from Aubriella Jordan.
Yeah, she ate all of that and left 0 crumbs. That's what the young people say. I don't know what it means.
Yeah. Velez will serve now. Serve over right at Ozdemir. Now setting up. Jimenez tips it over the outstretched hands. UAM keeps it alive. They'll go back to Ellis on the attack. Great dig laying out for Diaz. Now Michaela White. Now, on the attack comes UAM, and it's going to be a point for the Rangers. Rangers lead it 3-1. Back is Mariela Jimenez. Takes a step forward and drives it over. Right at Echeverria. Now on the attack, tipping that one over was Scroggins. Now back comes EAS and devours that through the block of Scroggins, and it's 4-1 Rangers.
Man, Mariela is just so strong. I mean, she literally just barely throws that ball up. If I'm on that bat, I am having to yeet that thing over as hard as I possibly can. She is just, wow.
Nearly got an ace, and then coming up on the attack that time was Aubriella Jordan. That's going to be a point for the Rangers after the attack error. It's 5-1 now. Boy, and right now the Rangers are rolling from that third set.
Yes, looking good.
Serve from Jimenez. Echeverria. Now play at the net, EAS, and it's in for the kill. 6-1. That was in the back left corner.
Yeah. She got a little lucky with that one, Dustin.
I think if the Rangers score here, I think you're going to see a timeout from the Blossoms. As Jimenez back to serve, drives it over. Echeverria. Now they'll set up. Scroggins not able to get it in. Well, she does get it in. It was dug out by Ozdemir. Now Echeverria far side. On the attack is Ellison. Right there again for the block was Carme Jones. Coach Ortiz going to let her team play through it. 7-1.
And Mr. Adair letting everybody know that Mariela's been back there for quite a while.
Serve over. Right at Ellis. To Weir. Now coming up is Ellis, and it goes, trying to come up with a block was Carme, but it kind of just goes right through her hands and off her head.
Yeah. Just kind of mistimed that. I think just the speed of the ball.
Well, of course, our buddy Craig Kilman says, hey, ever since I started listening, I've been winning. So he's got to continue to listen all the way back to
Well,
Alabama.
and that's good because Kennedy Dietz entered the gym again, and she's been our bad luck charm. So if we start playing bad, I'm going to have to tell her to leave.
Michaela White on the attack, and White's going to pick up the kill, her first of the game. 8-2 Rangers.
Thank you to our listener, though, Craig. We appreciate you.
Michaela White back to serve. Steps into with the right hand, just gets over, and Echeverria kept it alive. Ellis on the attack, spins off the hands of Carme Jones, lands on the near side for a point. Now 8-3. Mia Smalls will go back to serve. UAM hitting left to right here in the fourth set. They do lead it 2-1. Service over. Boy, kind of tripped when she went into that serve as they'll set up EAS on the attack. Now Smalls, Echeverria. Now Welton on the attack, hit through the block. Somehow Diaz got a hand on it. But it's a point for the Rangers. I think it may have hit the antenna.
Yep, it did.
I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Just kind of got her feet
I was trying so hard not to laugh. Oh, my God, that's embarrassing.
Set number 4, we got a timeout by Arkansas Monticello. We will take it as well. It's 9-3, Rangers lead it. This is Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Nitram Company, your go-to rental company in Alva, is now offering insurance. From your home and car to your farm or business or a variety of rental properties, Nitram has you covered. Stop by Suite C in the professional building today and see Claudia Haltom or call their office at 580-609-3200. That's 580-609-3200 for more details. The Nitram Company, now your go-to for rentals and insurance. Proud supporters of all Ranger and Goldbug athletics.
At Ignite Physical Therapy, we assist in the therapy of many different aspects, such as advanced problem solving, joint mobilization, treatment of adverse neural tension, evaluation and treatment of muscle imbalance, tissue-specific exercise, and patient education. Dr. Jared Hayda and staff want to get you back to the life that you had before your injury. They have helped so many through rehabilitation, and they can do the same for you. Stop by and see the staff at Ignite Physical Therapy on 520 Flynn Street, or make an appointment by calling 580-327-3331.
Erica Asensio Soriano back to serve as Service goes over, and then back with the point was Jasmine Welton, delivering that one through the attempted block by the Rangers. It's now 9-4. Evelyn Dang to serve, her first serve of the night, as just clips the net, goes over. Diaz got a hand on it, and then Schreffler ran it down, but it went outside the antenna on the far side of the court. It's now 9-5. Dang to serve again. Serve over. Drives that one right at Diaz. Pops it up high. Michaela White now running up is Ozdemir on the attack. That one off the hands of Welton. Lands out of play on the near side. Point for the Rangers. It's now 10-5.
Back to serve, number 6, Brianna Diaz.
Libero for the Rangers. Brianna Diaz to serve. Serve over. Echeverria. Now Smalls on the attack was Hadu. UAM keeps it alive. Now Welton will try from the near side. Too much on it as it lands out of play on the far side. It's now 11-5. And I don't know what it is, getting down 2-0 or being up 2-0 and until the team comes back.
Yeah, I mean, we love it.
Diaz over with it. Smalls keeps it alive. Hadu over with it. EAS. Michaela White sets up Jimenez. Hit that one right at Mia Smalls. Echeverria run it. Now Welton on the attack right at EAS. They'll set up Schreffler, and Schreffler just delivers a strike there for the kill. And it is now 12-5 Rangers. And the Rangers right now dominating.
Well, Dustin, I mean, if you look at the last two matches that have been played here at Northwestern, obviously Southeastern with the amazing comeback that Northwestern had, and then Southwestern with their amazing comeback, you know, it seems to be the reoccurring thing happening here.
There's a theme, right?
Yes. Purcell Fieldhouse, home of the 5th set.
Hadu on the attack, and off the hands of a Ranger, and Diaz laid out for it, couldn't get to it. It's now 12-6. Alexia Hadu picks up her 4th kill of the night and 6 total attacks. Echeverria back to serve. And wearing the white tonight as the libero. Serve over. Right at EAS. Michaela White will set up Jimenez. Went high to go get that one, and off the hands of a Blossom, and lands out for a point. 36 Rangers.
The crowd here has changed quite a bit too, Dustin. A little bit more lively from our side.
Coach Ortiz going with some subs here in this set, as we've seen Bruna Silva check in, the senior out of Brazil, transfer out of Frank Phillips College. Serve over Carson Smith. Hadu. Now Silva on the attack is Weston, and it's blocked out of play by Ozdemir. That'll be a point for the Blossoms.
And Ozdemir just getting a little frustrated. Those blocks aren't falling, but I mean, at least you're getting a hand on them. You know,
Yeah.
that's the big thing, is they're not just dropping right through you. You're able to get a hand on them. Eventually, they're going to fall.
That's exactly right. 13-7 as Jordan Weir to serve. Stand still, right-handed serve, right at EAS. Michaela White sets up Jimenez. Nice dig that time. Now back comes Scroggins off the hands of Jimenez. Now Ozdemir on the attack. Echeverria. And not able to run it down as Jordan Weir on the near side. Boy, you got to be careful about that railing. And it's now 14-7.
And especially if you've never played here and you're not paying attention, that railing can be pretty dangerous. Remember last year, Erica went into it head first. Remember
That's
that?
Haley Cook will check in now as a new libero. Serve over from Ozdemir, right at Cook. Laid out for it. Hadu kept it alive, and it's going to land over here on the near side and run right in front of us.
It's fine.
Yes.
It's
Trying
fine.
to run that one down was Jordan Weir.
I mean, A for effort, but goddamn, girl.
Yeah, right over the top of the equipment here, and let's make sure we got everything. It's going to maybe a little scratchy, but service over from Ozdemir. Now Weir, and somebody does get to it over. I believe that was Cook. Now Jimenez on the attack, and she'll pick up the kill. It's now, I believe, 16-7.
I watched my life flash before my eyes on that one, Dustin. I reached an arm up, and I was like, she's still coming.
Well, and that's the thing. By that point, I think you probably ought to just let it go and not try and take out the announcers
I mean,
over
it's
here.
the third hit. You're
Yeah,
not, you
yeah.
can't get it over. I'm
No.
sorry.
Keeping it alive, throwing it over is Dang. EAS, now White, back to EAS. Hadu right there. Now Scroggins on the attack right at Ozdemir. Michaela White back to EAS on the attack off of a hand. I believe that was Scroggins. Lands in for a point. It's now 17-7.
Still serving AJ Ozdemir.
Ozdemir to serve. 17-7 Rangers here in the fourth set. Rangers do trail it, though, 2-1. Ozdemir just clears the net off the hands of Dang. Weir, far side, Hadu on the attack off the left hand of Carson Smith and lands over in our student section. Point for the Blossoms at 17-8.
On to serve, Valeria Velez.
Valeria Velez will go back to serve for Arkansas Monticello. Runs up towards the back line, service over. Right at Carson Smith, off the hands of Diaz. EAS over with it. Now Weir, far side, Evelyn Dang is blocked. And that was I think it was Michaela White who come up with that block.
It was Michaela White, and she blocked it straight back into somebody's face.
And of course, that facial brought to you by Alva Nails. 18-8, Rangers on top here in the fourth set. Mariela Jimenez to serve. Serve over. Now Dang. Play at the net is Weir, and I think that time taking a swipe at it and missing was Aubriella Jordan. Oh, no, my apologies.
And they're saying that Carme reached over and broke the plane on that, but there was nobody even near it, so I'm not really sure how you call that. I mean...
Well, that's why I think Jimenez, again, having a word with the official up on near side.
Controversial call there.
So back to serve will be Holiday Ellis. My apologies, that is not Ellis. That's 13. Aubriella Jordan over with it. Carson Smith. Now Michaela White sets up near side. Asensio Soriano. That's a good dig. That was hit right at Jordan. They'll go far side. Ellis on the attack. Nice dig again from Carson Smith. Back to EAS on the near side with that right hand. Did it land in? They say it did. That's a point for UAM. And unfortunately, I do agree with the official upstairs.
I thought it fell in.
It was really, really close. And it was extremely close near that back line.
Coach Bengesser's mom giving her a...
Disapproval?
Yes, not happy with that one.
Aubriella Jordan hammers this one over. Carson Smith. Now Michaela White sets for Carme Jones. Goes up high for the attack. Hit back over by UAM. Now Carson Smith. Now they'll set up EAS on the attack. Here's a dig from UAM. They'll set back for Scroggins, but it lands on Northwestern side. And she hits it back over. Now Ellis goes down the line and picks up the point. And I think Coach Bengesser wanted a double hit.
Well, no, she went over. She crossed
the
I don't know what number that is, number 8. She looked like she crossed the plane. It just seemed a little, whatever.
Aubriella Jordan over. EAS. Now Michaela White. Back for Asensio Soriano. That's blocked. Diaz keeps it alive. Michaela White flips it over the dump play, and UAM hit it right back as Carme was going right up for it. And the Rangers won a timeout, 18-11 here in the fourth set. Or actually 18-12 here in the fourth set. UAM leads at 2-1. This is Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Rangers Sports Network.
Your agency of choice for all types of insurance is McDermott Insurance in Alva. For home, auto, farm, or business insurance, the McDermott Agency will protect what you value most by providing the best coverage and client service possible. To get your custom professional insurance review, call McDermott Insurance at 580-327-3500 or visit them at 526 Flynn Street in Alva. McDermott Insurance. They can't predict the future, but they can insure it.
Dingall Real Estate Auction has been serving clients in Oklahoma and Kansas for nearly 37 years. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, we are your real estate professionals. We will get you the top dollar for your property, whether it be at auction or private sale. Get with Dingall Real Estate and Auction if you're wanting to buy a ranch, good farmland, sell or lease minerals, or buy a home. Visit our website at dingallauction.com to browse available listings. Talk to Dean, Steve, or Todd at 580-327-8217 or stop by the office in Alva, where you're always greeted with a smile. Come and see us.
Well, it's going to be a point for UAM out of the break because I think they're going to say that Carme reached over. It's going to be my guess.
Okay.
Aubriella Jordan to serve. It's 18-13. UAM has made this one kind of tight, and that lands in for a service ace. That was right down Broadway. and it is now 18-14. And boy, this match all of a sudden has became very close. Back to serve, Jordan once more. EAS, now Michaela White will set up. Asensio Soriano tips it over, and it lands in for a point. Well done there for Asensio Soriano.
And that had so much hang time behind it, Dustin. I mean, wow.
It looks like you mentioned number 8, Janae Sweat is checked in. She's over there along that far side. Kind of, again, hard to see over there, but Ellis, now Weir, now Ellis. That tack was dug out by Michaela White. They'll go far side to Schreffler. Laying out for was Echeverria. Now Scroggins, and Scroggins somehow fit that between EAS and Carme Jones, who went for the block.
Yeah, and what an amazing shot by her, Dustin. I mean, that was pounded straight to the floor.
19-15 again. When again, at one point the Rangers led this here in the fourth set, 17-7. So we'll call it an 8-2 run since then. As back to serve will be Bruna Silva. First serve of the night, over to Ozdemir. Now Michaela White sets up Schreffler on the attack, and off the deflection, point in, and it's 20-15. Erica Asensio Soriano will go back to serve. Rangers again trying to force that fifth and final set as Ellis touched it first. Bruna Silva far side on the attack. I believe that was Welton. Rangers dug it out though. Ozdemir on the attack. Did it go off the hands? Yep. It did. That was Valeria Velez who got the hand on it.
Almost caught her arm a little bit too.
21-15. Asensio Soriano just gets this one over. Echeverria now on the attack. That time it was blocked. UAM keeps it alive, and then nobody able to touch it after Bruna Silva got a hand on it.
And a big-time block by Ozdemir for sure, Dustin. That's what she's been wanting all night.
And she has. Serve over. That was Velez. Now they go back to Welton on the attack. Dig from EAS. Michaela White sets up Ozdemir on the attack off the left hand of Silva and goes into the fourth row in the stands, and it's 23-15.
I mean, she's been going at her 2 or 3 times now, Dustin. Every time that they've set her up, I mean, they're really taking advantage of that weak link on that back row.
Serve over. Echeverria play at the net. Silva tips it now on the attack that time. Trying to see the number. It may have been Evelyn Dang, but Diaz over with it. Echeverria. Silva sets for Welton. Tips it over. Michaela White there to Diaz. Now to Asensio Soriano. Tried to kind of get cute, tip it over. Just clipped the tape and fell back down.
And those ones, you want those ones back, Dustin, so bad.
23-16, Rangers by 7. Fourth set. Holiday Ellis to serve for Arkansas Monticello. Ellis drives it over right at Asensio Soriano. Now they'll set up. Ozdemir has to run up on it. Tips it over the left hand. UAM keeps it alive. Hadu over with it. Oh, it was blocked. UAM still with the possession. Now Welton on the attack. Right at EAS. Sliding dig there. That's a terrific defensive play. Ozdemir picks up the kill off the left hand of Bruna Silva.
3 times now she has gone back to back to back on Bruno Silva, and it has worked every single time.
Crowd rises to its feet as we are here at set point in the fourth set. Brianda Diaz with a service ace to end the fourth set, and well, you couldn't have asked for a finer way to end the set.
Hey, you know, watching Hennessy go down in that third set, I was getting a little nervous there, but man, these girls have no quit. I mean, once again, we've seen them go down the 2-0 against Southeastern. And once again, it's just something about this gym. Percival Fieldhouse, home of the fifth set. This is 3 times now that this has happened. 3 back-to-back-to-back matches.
Yeah, the Rangers, again, terrific bounce back in the last 2 sets as they've won it 25-20 and now 25-16. We are going to take a timeout. We will come back for our 5th and final set that goes to 15. This is Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
This year, Northwest Electric of Alva celebrates 50 years of being in business. So if you need electrical work done at your home, farm, or business, Northwest Electric is your local and friendly contractor for all your electrical needs. Daryl, Scott, and the crew are fully qualified electricians with over 70 years of combined electrical experience. From new lighting options and troubleshooting to new construction and remodeling of your home or business, Northwest Electric is here to serve you beyond the call of duty. Northwest Electric is a proud supporter of Ranger and Goldbug Athletics. Northwest Electric, where we don't want all the business, just yours.
K Body Works, our goal is to make our auto body services as convenient and stress-free for our customers as possible. From minor repairs to major auto body work, we do every job with the highest level of professionalism. We have the team and the technology to address a variety of auto body needs in today's ever-changing market. So come on by today and get your free estimate at K Body Works, located at 301 Flynn Street, right here in Alva.
ENC Meats and Chisholm Trail Meats are proud supporters of Ranger football. We have opened our state-of-the-art processing facility in Enid and are now booking appointments for custom and USDA-inspected processing of your animals. Developed with the local ranchers' best interest in mind to make sure the animals you raised are processed with care. Book with us by calling 580-271-MEAT, 580-271-6328, or go to www.chisholmtrailmeat.com. Ride, Rangers, ride.
Welcome back inside Purcell Fieldhouse. Again, our inset break brought to you by the Nitram Company. Taking a look at the numbers from the fourth set. That was all Northwestern. Rangers picked up 15 kills and 4 total attack errors in 36 total attacks. For Arkansas Monticello, 10 kills to 8 errors and 33 total attacks. And what again, both these two teams have been terrific at the net. You see the total team blocks. It's just a wild number to see with these two.
Yeah, most definitely, Dustin. Obviously, looking back to, looking at Arkansas Monticello, I mean, they've taken quite a few teams to 4 to 5 matches this season. So this isn't anything new to them. And obviously, as we know, not new to Northwestern either, especially being here at home, winning an absolute thriller, going 10 straight points against Southeastern, losing a heartbreaker against Southwestern. You hope that this falls in our favor. Going back the other way.
Then Asensio Soriano leads the way with 12 kills. Jimenez with 10 and 9 from Ozdemir. 17 for Holiday Ellis tonight. Also in double-figure kills was Jasmine Welton with 11. Fifth and final set. Rangers will start out hitting right to left. UAM left to right. As well, we've been brought food.
Yes, shout out to Harley Schaefer, baseball player, for bringing us one of the Rowdy Rangers hot dogs to eat tonight, because my stomach's about to start growling so loud you'll hear it over the live stream.
So again, UAM hitting left to right, Northwestern right to left here in the fifth set. Again, the winner of this one, you've got to get to 15. The last time the Rangers were in a fifth set battle, it was against Southwestern here at home, where Northwestern was up 2-0. Wound up losing 3 straight sets.
And an interesting changeup, Dustin. I don't know if you saw this or not, but UAM has now swapped out Jordan Weir, who was setting earlier, for now their libero position, which you don't normally see. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, keep an eye on that as EAS with the attack. Weir right there. Now Scroggins on the attack off the hands of Jimenez. Diaz keeps it alive. They'll go back near side to EAS on the attack. Gets blocked out of play by Scroggins, and for 5 straight sets now, Northwestern draws first blood. Jimenez back to serve. It's 1-0 Rangers. Jimenez takes a couple dribbles, 1 step forward, powers this one over. Smalls, far side, Velez. It's blocked by Carme Jones. It's 2-0 Rangers.
Let's see, how many blocks does Carme have now? I mean, she's just been absolutely outstanding up there. 3 solo blocks for Carme.
Yeah, 3 assisted tonight. Jimenez to serve once more. Serve over. And that one too much on it. A service error on the Rangers. That is their 7th of the evening. That's also the 2nd against Jimenez. 2-1 is Valeria Velez will go back to serve. Jumping right-handed serve. Ozdemir handles it and not handles it well, as that's a service ace for Arkansas Monticello.
Almost kind of like she reacted to that just a little bit slower, Dustin.
Score tied at 2. One more time from Velez. Service over. Right at Ozdemir. Play at the net. Michaela White trying to tip it and does. Michaela White picks up the point for the Rangers.
And man, give it to Michaela White. Not somebody that's terribly tall for Northwestern's team, but being able to get up and get that ball, those 50-50 balls above the net, those are really difficult when you're on the shorter side.
3-2. White service. Right at Weir. Smalls on the attack that time. Trying to see, I believe it was Ellis. And she'll pick up the point, and it's 3-3. That was Aubriella Jordan. This is her 10th kill of the night. 3-3 here in the 5th set as Jordan right down the middle drives this one over. Right at Diaz to White, sets up. EAS tips it over the outstretched hands, and it lands in for a point.
What an interesting play that he just called up there right at the very end, having Erica come all the way over.
4-3 Rangers. Asensio Soriano with a serve over. Weir, Smalls, far side. Ellis tried to tip with the left hand. I think she hit it into the antenna. You're right. And it's a point for the Rangers. Now 5-3. Asensio Soriano once more. With the serve, Velez, Smalls, and trying that backside there. That time was Scroggins, and then Carme Jones to the attack. Dig from Velez. They'll go far side. Ellis on the attack, get through the block, off the right hand of EAS, and it lands in front of the scores table, and it's 5-4.
Oh, what an effort by EAS back there on that back row to just kind of punch it up.
5-4 Rangers. Bruna Silva to serve. We've seen again Coach Ortiz go really to the bench heavy these last couple of sets.
Yeah, most definitely.
Silva jumping right-handed serve. That's a good one as Diaz. Now to White. Now to Ozdemir on the attack and finds a perfect spot in the middle of the defense.
And no one near that, Dustin. I mean, that was a clean hit.
That's right about what you call it, probably the women's three-point line on the floor. 6-4 Rangers. Diaz with a serve over. Weir runs up on it. It's right at Ozdemir, who threw it back down, and Ellis kept it alive. Now Welton hit it hard. It was blocked. Velez saved it. Now they'll try it one more time with Welton. She goes right down the line and picks up the kill. That was impressive. That is number 12 tonight from Welton. Well, it looked like the Rangers were there and must have just not really got a hand on it.
Yeah, I think it just kind of broke through their hands.
6-5, serve over. Ozdemir pops it up high. Now White. Jimenez runs up on it, hits it over. Ellis for the dig. Bruna Silva back to Melton. And try that back corner. EAS gets a hand on it, and then Ozdemir can't run it down. Because obviously the railing, and you don't want to fly into that one.
Yeah. Zach Thomas had to get out of the way, or else he was about to get taken out by two Rangers.
6-6, Rangers and Blossoms in a good one tonight, folks. Here in the 5th set. Rangers trying to snap a two-match losing streak. UAM an 8-match losing streak. Service over. EAS played it first. Now Ozdemir on the attack. Right at Ellis. Now Silva, far side. Adu on the attack. Dig from EAS. Now Schreffler on the attack. Right at Silva. Now Weir on the near side to Welton. Off of EAS. Diaz keeps it alive. Now Asensio Soriano over with it. Ellis. Now Silva. Welton once more. Did it hit a Ranger? It did not, as Ozdemir just got out of the way.
That was an EAS. That was Erica who got out of the way. I mean, she literally dodged that like a... Holy crap. How did she get out of the way of that? Give her the credit. I would have just taken that straight to the throat.
7-6 Rangers. Carson Smith over with it. Now Bruna Silva, and tipping it over was UAN. Diaz there. Michaela White. Now Ozdemir is blocked, but it's blocked out of play by Welton, and it's a point for the Rangers. It's now 8-6. And we will flip sides. We'll take a 30-second break while both teams flip. This is Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Football season in full swing, Holder Drug wants to remind you we have everything you need for your tailgate on Fridays for Gold Bugs and Saturdays for Ranger football. You can also gear up for the games this fall with all new Alva and Northwestern apparel for you or other members of the family. With fall right around the corner, Holder Drug has options for your fall decor for your home. Stop by and see our new selection. As always, free delivery for your medications or prescriptions. This all happens at Holder Drug, located on the downtown square right here in Alva.
Welcome back to Percival Fieldhouse. 8-6 Rangers lead it. here in the fifth set as both teams have swapped sides. UAM now hitting right to left, Northwestern left to right. It'll be Carson Smith to start us off. Serve over from Smith, played from Weir. Bruna Silva, Hadu on the attack, dig from Diaz. That's a great play there. Ozdemir with the left hand over. Silva there, though, to get it. Back to Hadu. One more time. It's blocked. UAM will keep it. Silva, far side to Welton, and she threw it right near that back line, and it landed in for the point.
And that's just a well-played ball, Dustin. I mean, you have to give her credit for that. That was very smart.
8-7 Rangers. Jordan Weir to serve. Serve right at Ozdemir. Handled it. Now to Jimenez. Nice dig, though, from Ellis. They'll go Hadu on the attack. Carson Smith keeps it alive.
Someone.
Now Diaz. EAS over with it. Right in the middle of the floor to Weir. They'll set up on the attack, and that's going to be a point and a kill for Abriella Jordan. And she picks up another one. Jordan now with 11 kills. Score tied at 8 here in the fifth set. Serve over from Weir. Diaz. Now Jimenez hammers that one, and Weir can't handle it. It's 9-8 Rangers. Now back to serve for the Rangers will be A.J. Ozdemir. As waves for time while she ties up her Nikes. I'm assuming they're Nikes.
Can't be Adidas.
They look a little bit like LA Gears.
Yeah. They got the triple strap, too. Make sure those ankles are nice and tight.
Ozdemir will serve. It's 9-8 Rangers. Ozdemir takes her time. Jumping right-handed serve just clears over. Ellis. Now Bruna Silva taking a swipe at that one, though, was Jordan, but Diaz was there for the dig. EAS tries to go down the line, and she's successful as it goes off the hands of Ellis into the stands on the far side.
What a smart play by EAS to really just make them have to move out there and get them to try to be, accurate defensively while on the move.
Now we've got Weir tying her shoe. She's ready to go. 10-8 Rangers here in the fifth set. Got to get to 15. Ozdemir runs up towards the back line, drives it over, off the hands of Ellis. Silva, now Welton, off the hands of White. Diaz runs up on it. EAS flips it over. Hadu, now Silva, and over with it is Welton off the hands of Diaz. White runs it down on the near side. Ozdemir on the attack. Dig from Ellis. Now Silva, far side to Welton, right down the line, and Smith just didn't get low enough, and that'd be a point for the Blossoms.
Yep. That's just a really well-hit ball, Dustin, by Welton.
And both teams were so out of sorts offensively. None of them got an attack really
yeah,
until that last one.
Everybody was kind of doing each other's jobs there for a minute.
Just get the ball over.
Yeah. Just keep it in play. Keep it up. Keep it in play.
Mia Small serve right down the line at EAS. Michaela White sets up EAS on the attack, and that's a kill. Is that one right at Weir off of her right arm.
She looked like she got shot moving in slow motion.
Now that one took her momentum, took her to the floor after that one hit hard from EAS. 11-9 Rangers here in the fifth set. And it looks like we've got a timeout. We will take it as well. This media timeout brought to you by Ignite Physical Therapy. Tied at 2 sets apiece. Rangers lead 11-9 here in the fifth set. This is Northwestern Volleyball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Community Bank has been serving Alva, Oklahoma and the surrounding area since 1984. Community Bank was founded by local community members who wanted to ensure the banking needs of the community were being met. It has been our goal since inception to provide customer-focused services and community development. Our customers are friends, neighbors, and never just a number. We believe in investing in our community, and we pride ourselves in being your hometown bank. Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Get no better deal in the country than at Croft Country, located in Alva, Oklahoma. Croft Country is the dealer for vehicles in Northwest Oklahoma. Croft Country is locally owned and operated since 1985, offering a full line of award-winning brands including Chevy and GMC. From the time you enter our showroom for sales or service, you can expect to be treated like family. So the next time you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, come see us right here in Alva, located at 401 East Oklahoma Boulevard.
11-9 as we welcome you back. Jimenez over with a serve. Ellis runs up on it. Smalls will set up. Scroggins, and Scroggins That's a big kill there. Hit through the block. 11-10, Rangers by 1. Valeria Velez will go back to serve for the Blossoms. Velez again serving right to left or north to south. Serve over. Right at Carson Smith. White will set up. Ozdemir on the attack.
No.
And that's an attack error. Too much on it. The Rangers looked a little bit out of sorts on that set from the beginning.
Yeah, well, I'm not really sure that the reception going to Michaela was nearly the best either.
Serve over, handled by Smith. EAS runs it out off the court. Carme Jones hits it right into the net. And that's an attack error, and the Blossoms now have a 1-point lead, and Coach Ben Gesser wants a timeout. 12-11 Blossoms here in the 5th set. Back after this, it's Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Northwestern football is back in full swing, and just like the Rangers, Bank Central is here to help you score a touchdown. We offer multiple services to help you score on your own financial goals. Head to the end zone with Bank Central. Stop by 604 Flynn Street or call 580-327-1122. Our qualified professionals are available in Alva, Cherokee, Enid, and Woodward. Certain fees and restrictions may apply, or other terms and conditions may apply. Member FDIC, and as always, ride Rangers ride.
Hello, Gold Bugs and Rangers. I'm Kai Flater with Great Plains Land Company. I wanted to offer you my professional assistance in helping you sell your largest asset, your land. I have all the tools and resources in place to list, market, and sell your property for the most value possible. You can reach me at 580-430-7005. Go Gold Bugs and ride Rangers ride.
Rangers on the attack. Weir lays out for that one, and Scroggins hits it back in. Michaela White there for the dig. Back to set up for White on the attack. Was it touched? It was. Point for the Rangers. I think they're going to say it was touched by Holiday Ellis. Boy, and that was big, because if Ellis doesn't get a hand on it, it's a 2-point lead for the Blossoms.
And 2 points away from closing out the set and the match.
12-12 here in the 5th set. Michaela White to serve. Serve goes over. Weir. Smalls keeps it alive. Ellis on the attack goes right into the net for the attack error. And it's now 13-12 Rangers. 33rd error of the night on the Blossoms. And we will have another timeout. We will just take a 30 this time. Rangers by 1 here in the 5th set, 13-12. It's Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
The great thing about being a farmer is that your business is growing every day. Not with That's where Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma comes in. We offer competitive rates on loans for ag equipment, ag real estate, or a line of credit. And our decisions are made locally. We take the time to get to know you by name, so you can keep the growing going. You'll find our service and commitment as a sunrise. Talk to one of our ag banking specialists by phone or stop by a branch today. Here to help you grow. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, an equal housing opportunity lender. Online at farmcreditloans.com.
Welcome back as we're ready to go here in the 5th set. 13-12, Rangers on top. Michaela White back to serve. And serving left to right. White, serve over. Played by Weir. Smalls near side. On the attack comes Ellis off the hands of White. Now Diaz, far side, EAS, tried to tip it over, and I think she tipped it out of play, and they're going to say nobody from Arkansas Monticello touched it. So it'll be a point for the Blossoms as Coach Ben Gesser says, hey, we thought it was touched. The official up here on the near side is, they're going to disagree, and Coach Ben Gesser, as you hear the crowd behind us booing on that call, so I don't know that they're going to change this, but the two officials could get together. Here we go. Oh, my apologies.
Can they review it?
I don't think so. I think we only do that at the conference tournament. So now the two line judges are going to come in with the two officials, and they're going to have a
The line judge, I believe, called it that it was touched, in my opinion, but
Matt says it's under further review, I can promise you. We're sending the feed back to New York.
yeah, hey.
Well, again, this is a big point, though. This is a big, big point in this match. So you want to make sure that you get it right. So they do end up awarding the point to Arkansas Monticello after the discussion. the score is 13-13. Ellis to serve. Serve over. Ozdemir. White runs up on it. Now Schreffler on the attack. Nice save there from Velez. Ellis will go far side. Scroggins is blocked at the net by EAS and Carme Jones.
And Carme just with the stare down after that, Dustin. She knew she had done it.
Crowd rises to its feet as we are here at match point. Erica Asensio Soriano to serve. Serve over. This one just gets over. Velez. Smalls, far side, Scroggins, and Scroggins hit through the block that time, and we're
Going
now
to
tied
extra
at
points.
14. That's right. Now you got to win by 2.
Did you happen to see that, I believe it was a Kansas high school, they went to 42-40. That's how many extra points they had in one of their sets.
Don't speak that into existence.
Could you imagine? It normally goes to 25.
Right,
You
yes.
played an extra 15 points. Well, more than that, but 42.
I could not imagine that. 14-14, Bruna Silva to serve. That one just gets over. Michaela White will set up Schreffler on the near side on the attack. Nice save from Silva. Weir keeps it alive. Play at the net. Hits back over. Welton got it over, but ran into the net, and it landed out of play. And it's 15-14, and we are once again at match point.
And we hope we see what happened at the end of this fourth set happen right here with Brianna Diaz. Just a bad touch. End it. Let us get out of here.
Diaz to serve. There it is. Weir. Now Silva, far side. Welton tips it over the outstretched hands, and it hits the floor and lands in for a point, as we saw about 3 Rangers dive for that one. And, well, we're not done. We're going to continue on. 15-all now. As Alexia Hadou will check in. Ellis to serve. Holiday Ellis drives this one right at EAS. Michaela White sets up Jimenez through the block. Welton kept it alive. Now Silva. Now Hadou on the attack. Off the deflection. Diaz lays out for it. White back to EAS on the attack. There's a play by Weir. It's hit back by Northwestern. And then now we've got a whistle and a violation against Arkansas Monticello. And the Rangers take the point. And let's try match point for the 3rd time.
My heart rate says I'm at 120 right now, Dustin. That is my running heart rate. I am shaking.
So Carson Smith to serve it. Again, it's match point, 16-15. Serve over. Ellis pops it high. Bruna Silva, far side. Welton on the attack, and it landed in for a point. That was just inside the back line. And again, I tell you what, Welton tonight has been impressive where she puts these kills.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, she has been able to just narrowly miss going out just by so much.
So let's do it again. 16-all. Serve over. Michaela White sets up Jimenez right at Weir. Weir played it perfectly. Now Welton on the attack, tips it over. It's blocked back. Weir keeps it alive. Now Hadou on the attack towards the back row. EAS there for it. They'll go far side. Ozdemir on the attack. Right at Weir for the dig. Silva to Hadou. And Hadou, was it touched? I believe it was by Jimenez for the point. And we are now again at our 4th match point. This time it's on the other side, though. Now the visitors a chance to serve it out here. Jordan Weir. Serve over. EAS. Now they'll set up far side. Ozdemir on the attack, and it's in for the kill. And we're tied once more, 17-17.
We're going to go to 40. We're going to 40, Dustin. That'll be the craziest, longest 3rd set. 5th set, actually. 5th set ever.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and research the numbers on this one, but 17-all. Ozdemir to serve it. To Ellis. Bruna Silva runs it down, play at the net. Welton just has to kind of hit it high and over. Rangers come back with it off the left hand of Ellis, though. Lands all the way back towards the north end zone for the point. And I was not able to see who got a hand on that one.
No, I did not.
Now that's, again, the problem with our view here right at center court. Tough to see some of those plays, but we are now again, for the 5th time, surfing out match point, 18-17 Rangers. Ozdemir, serve over. Ellis runs up on it. Now Bruna Silva, far side to Welton, and Welton picks up the kill. And, well, why not? Let's play on. 18-18 here in the 5th set.
They really just want to play to 25. Let's be honest.
Like, you can't make us play to 15. We want to go to 25.
Yeah.
18-all, here we go. Mia Smalls. Oh, what a good one this one's been. Smalls, Carson Smith. Now Michaela White sets up Asensio Soriano. Dig from Ellis. Now Smalls to Hadu on the attack. Dig from EAS. White back to EAS. Far side on the attack, and she'll pick up the kill right down the middle. And it's 19-18. And for the 6th time, we're going to be serving out match point.
The end game stats here, tie score and lead changes is going to be crazy in this one, Dustin.
Yes, it is. We get those final numbers after this one. Rangers with an opportunity here to close it out. 19-18. Mariela Jimenez stands still, drives it over deep. Did it land in for? It did! Service ace to win it for Mariela Jimenez. And the Rangers come all the way back and win it 3-2. 20-18 is your final here in the 5th set. And
are we sure that landed in?
that was extremely close. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because I honestly thought they were going to point towards UAM and give them the point.
Oh my goodness gracious. Holy bananas, Dustin. We cannot have any more of these in this stinking gym. And especially not going all the way to 20 points.
I know. That's again, a deep run here in the 5th set as the Rangers, though, this time come out with a win as they win at 20-18 in the 5th set, winning it 3-2, and they snap their 2-game losing match streak, while Arkansas Monticello now has continued to lose 9 matches in a row. 3-2 is your final. We will take a timeout, collect our breaths, and come back for the McDermott Insurance post-game show. This is Northwestern Volleyball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
You need assistance taking care of yourself or a loved one. Beatles Nursing Home in Alva is here for you. We offer safe, high-quality, affordable nursing care while meeting all care guidelines for living. Call us at 580-327-1274 to learn more about our admissions process to place your loved one in our care. When it's time to choose a nursing home facility, we'll hope you'll consider Beatles Nursing Home, located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
Do you have a heart of compassion for people who find themselves in tough situations? Hope Pregnancy Center of Northwest Oklahoma is now open in Alva and is currently hiring an assistant. We'd love to have you join our team. Please call Charity Lyon at 580-327-9091 for more information, or visit obhc.org/employment for a job description and employment application.
Since 2004, customers in Alva, Oklahoma have trusted K&S Tire for all their automotive needs. With over 40 years of experience in the business, we offer top quality replacement tires and outstanding vehicle service repairs. From the routine maintenance to complex repairs, our skilled technicians have covered you. Drive with confidence and let us keep your vehicle running smoothly. Visit us at knstire.com or come by at 2590 College Boulevard here in Alva, Oklahoma. K&S Tire, where experience meets excellence.
To prevent medication from getting into the wrong hands, it is crucial to store it out of sight and out of the reach of children and visitors. In addition, it is important to dispose of unwanted, expired, and unused medications in a safe manner. For more information, visit okimready.org. That's okimready.org, or call 988 Oklahoma's Mental Health Lifeline. This program is funded by Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Prevention Services, and Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration.
Welcome back inside Percival Fieldhouse as we open up the McDermott Insurance post-game show. Let's take a look at the final numbers here tonight for both teams. I know that stat sheet is somewhere. In the 5th set, again, the Rangers win it 20-18. They had 12 kills to just 3 errors. On the other side, Arkansas Monticello, 13 kills, 7 errors, 33 total attacks. Rangers had 33 total attacks as well. Leading the team in kills tonight, Jasmine Welton with 18, Holiday Ellis with 18. For the Rangers, Erica Asensio Soriano just kind of exploded there in the 4th and 5th set. 18 total kills for her, 12 from A.J. Ozdemir. And Liv, I guess maybe we get down 2-0 more often, right? No. Oh, that helped. I turned it
It's
off.
all right, I understand. I mean, like I said, I keep saying it, like we are the home of the 5th set in this building. This building loves 5th sets. We love them even more when they work out in our favor, obviously, but goodness gracious, what a match. And especially to see all of these extra points go all the way 20-18 as our final score for this 5th set. I mean, I mean, I think that for me, the big thing obviously was just Northwestern's defense. Obviously, we were getting a lot more balls. We seemed a lot less scrambled. It seemed like Northwestern was able to kind of just be firing on all cylinders, offensively, defensively. And even once again, we didn't really see a ton of service aces or service errors in those fourth and fifth sets, especially. So, especially when you lose your starting setter. I mean, Dustin, we alluded to this a million times already, but goodness gracious, like I said, that's like losing the quarterback to your football team. I mean, the setter runs the entire offense. They are the one that's manipulating everything. And, I mean, you've got to give it to Michaela White for stepping in and taking over offensively for Northwestern, be able to lead Northwestern's offense into a win tonight.
Of course, we enjoyed it. Let's put the headsets on. Ranger head volleyball coach John Ben Gesser, and we want to get your thoughts. Coach, this is two out of the last two home matches. We've gone to 5 sets. This time we end up on the winning side of this one.
I'm glad that we pulled it out. Now, here's the thing. Monticello has a new coach this year, and she's really good. And watching her during the game, she was coaching them, and she knew what we were doing, and she was telling them some great things. And so our job was just to kind of counter that. I knew they were going to be scrappy. I wasn't planning, and I don't think any of us were, on being down 0-2. But we didn't stop playing, and that was something I was most happy about. Monticello is a team that if you can just keep going, eventually you'll be able to pull it out, and we did.
Coach, I want to ask you about a player for them. Aubriella Jordan had 5 solo blocks, I think, through the first 2 or 3 sets of this one, and finishes with just 5. Was there something you guys were doing to try and go away from her or get around her?
Absolutely. We were having a hard time finding our way around the block in those first 2 sets, which, can be a normal thing sometimes. And finally, I was telling them, we got to swing around, swing over, and then our hits went too conservative. So then they were almost free balls. And I was like, no, guys, we just need to swing hard, high. If it goes out, it goes out. If it doesn't, it's going to tip off their fingers and go out, or it's going to tool. And then that's what worked for us in those last few sets.
Well, you can, excuse me, goodness gracious, I'm going through puberty. You could really tell there that you guys were able to kind of get the balls around them, obviously, offensively. But, the big thing, obviously, the injury to Hennessy going down in the middle of that second set. I mean, Michaela White being able to come in and step in and finish out the rest of this set and be the quarterback for this volleyball team. What was kind of your message to her as she stepped in?
Well, that's the thing about our team is that we are so deep, and anytime we need to make a switch like that, like my brain just stays in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like now I'm worried about Hennessy because you just reminded me of her. But like in the game, I'm just thinking, all right, flip flop, boom, we're in. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. And so my message to Michaela was just go in there and just be you.
Yeah.
Do what you do. They'll adjust to you, and they did.
Yep.
And it was really nice to see that we could bring someone off the bench, and not only could she perform, but she could assist in our win.
Well, and also, too, I mean, there was a few times she had, a few kills this evening as well, and being able to set her up, I think, is also a huge advantage. Her athleticism on that side of the court also was probably very helpful.
Michaela's honestly one of the most ball-controlled players we have on our team, and so being able to give her a set, and normally you don't want to throw it to your setter because they don't hit the ball very often, but Michaela hits all the time, and so throwing it back to her, that B did a couple times, it was awesome because people aren't ready for their setter to go up and swing.
Yeah, for sure.
Coach, I know a quick turnaround. You guys have Southern Arkansas tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Real quick, a quick preview on what you expect to see from the Mule Riders.
Well, hopefully not 5 sets, but honestly, with a team like Southern Arkansas, it could be anything. It could be 3-0 us, 3-0 them. It could be 5 sets. It could be 4. It literally could be anything because they're that type of team. We're that type of team, and it'll be a good game.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you coming over and joining us. Congratulations on the victory tonight, and go celebrate with your team. And we wish our best, obviously, to Hennessy Zolani as well.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
Our thanks again to Ranger head volleyball coach John Ben Gesser as his team picks up the victory here tonight. Win number 10, win number 4 in Great American Conference play. Arkansas Monticello with the loss drops to 4-12. 0-6 in Great American Conference play. As Liv, final thoughts from you as we're going to close this one out here tonight.
I think I'm tired of 5-set matches, just like Coach Ben Gesser said. I am tired of watching them. They are just full of anxiety, and I already have high blood pressure, and I don't need that added. But no, for sure. I mean, it like Coach McGesser said, to be able to watch the team be able to just make those transitions that they needed to be able to work together and to make offensive, defensive, everything kind of fire off of all cylinders, I think was so just really unique to watch, especially being down 2 sets. I think that just really says a lot about the team and their tenacity to be able to take over and do what they need to do to pull out a win.
No doubt. And I enjoyed this one. Liv, great job as always. And I know we will not be here tomorrow, but we're looking ahead. Next time we'll be back here. We got a while. We got about 2 weeks, in fact, when we welcome in Wichita Baptist.
All right. We got, 3 home games back to back to back, which will be really nice. I actually won't be here for those 2, but, actually I might not be here for the 24th or 25th.
Fly solo.
I got to go to Austin for a wedding, so.
Oh, yeah.
Barf.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, sure. Much rather be here.
Liv, great job again. We'll see you down the road.
Thank you.
Thanks again to Olivia and Dale for joining us here. Again, for the broadcast, as that will do it for us here tonight. Again, reminder, looking ahead tomorrow, Alva and Stroud, Goldbug football on the air at 7 o'clock from Stroud. Craig Kilman, Chris Ruwalt will have the call of that tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Their Dean Gall Real Estate and Auction pregame show will begin at 6:15. And then Matt Ader and I are back on for Ranger football on Saturday as Northwestern takes on the number 1 team in the nation and the defending national champion, the Harding Bisons from First Security Stadium. There in Searcy, Arkansas. Again, that will be kickoff at 2 o'clock, our pregame show at 1:15. So until we join you on Saturday, again, for all of our sponsors up and down the line who help make each one of our broadcasts possible, a big thank you to you. For my partner, Olivia Andell, this is Dustin Gano saying so long from Personal Field House at Alva, and good night, Ranger Nation.